when I stopped being lazy and making one.
Well, keep in mind, Call of Cthulhu can take place at any time. Like there's like expansions for ancient Rome, the Dark Ages, Jane Austen's England, Victorian England. There's the classic 1920s. There's a scenario that's specifically set in 1920s Imperial Japan. There's an entire system dedicated to, like, it's called Octung, HCHTUNG exclamation point Cthulhu. That is like basically you're fighting the Nazis and dealing with the, you know, dark forces at the same time. There's Atomic Age Cthulhu set in the 50s, 60s, and kind of Red Scare era. There's scenarios that have been written for like the 1970s, 1980s, and like quote unquote modern setting could easily be, you know, anytime from like the 90s to now. And there's even like farther in the future, like ones that take place in like space. So
Aliens, universe, Cthulhu.
yeah, you could make it happen. You could bring Joe Bofides back through an interdimensional portal.
But that reminds me, I had some ridiculous stoner thoughts the other night. How come we never find any xenomorphs yet?
That's a good question.
And
I mean,
do they even have an asshole?
I don't think they do. They're never described as actually eating anything. Though, I think that's probably just because it's never been important to the movies.
Yeah, I mean,
But it would be very funny if they had, like, like silicon oxide shit. It was just like,
Okay, I'm back.
hey. Well,
Okay, so can you start over with the information about Marion Allen?
yeah, so you found those newspaper clippings uh,
Fuck out of here.
that found he was found. Can you turn the volume down, babe?
Sorry.
But you found that he was murdered in New Orleans, like shortly after he arrived,
Okay, yeah.
and it seemed, and his heart was scooped out, his tongue was missing, and he had ritual scars, like he had been ritually scarred. But also, this was something I forgot to mention. You found that he was briefly affiliated with the Chapel of Contemplation in Boston, and that Marion
Hold up. What was that? The Chapel of what?
Contemplation.
The Chapel of Contemplation.
constipation.
In
Thanks,
Boston.
Cheese.
Yeah.
I knew exact. As soon as she said of, I knew he was about to fucking say something fucking silly.
Oh my god.
Fucking.
But yeah, it looked like robbery was like part of the motive because he had been like searched thoroughly, but his wallet and other kind of things had not been stolen. But I'm just telling you that because it might come into it's not necessarily going to come into play in this scenario, but it's just something to remember. But yeah, I think we're in a pretty good place. A bunch of people have lost sanity, which is, exactly what we want. Because, without sanity loss, it's not Cthulhu. You know what I mean? But looks like everybody is here.
Speaking of, did I lose any last session due to the raccoon?
Let me see. Did you...
What was the last thing I rolled?
I would say, yeah, just roll me sanity. Normally, like, a dead animal wouldn't, but just, like, the fact that you found that, like, just this super neat hole where the heart was just kind of scooped out. Okay, yeah, you don't lose any.
Okay, I'm good. Awesome.
Yeah, you're able to kind of suppress it and kind of be like, that's weird.
Freaky stuff.
Yeah, but
Didn't you say at the end of last session that we needed to mark which skills we got successes on
yes,
for something?
yeah, and at the end of this scenario, we will have investigator development phase where we will you'll do tests on all skills that you checked, and if you fail those tests, like for each test that you fail, you will gain you will roll a d10 and add that many points to that skill, which means it's easier to gain skill points in things that you are not already very good at, but like as you start to approach mastery of a skill, it's going to be way harder to improve.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
Does that include things we use luck to make successes, or only...
I'm going to allow it now, just for this past session, because so many people failed rolls. But normally, I don't think you are supposed to. But,
Gotcha.
like, I also don't really care, because you guys are never going to become powerful enough that, like, I can't throw something at you that would be a very genuine threat. Because, you know, it's called Cthulhu, but...
I mean, you literally could always just throw an alien at us, and then we'd all be dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Or be like, oh, yeah, the
I'm gonna
cultist
become a great
actually...
one.
Yeah. Yeah, or oh, this guy knows a particular spell. You don't win the power roll, you're drowning. Or even
I
just...
can't recall which one I used luck for now.
don't worry about it. We're not going to deal with that now. But anyways, why don't we start now with people... Who wants to summarize what happened last session? Babe, can you put your headphones on? Because this is the scenario I want to run for you. The first. Okay, it's
Well-
okay. Just forget what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, so, yeah, start. Go ahead.
Well, it started with all of us meeting at a hospital and going to see an acquaintance of ours, a mutual acquaintance of ours, Rupert Merriweather, on basically his deathbed. He hadn't died. He hasn't died yet, but
Well,
pretty much
hadn't.
died. Yeah, hadn't yet. You're right. When we were there, he hadn't died yet. But
Yeah.
so he basically gave us a box with a bunch of stuff in it, and kind of explained what him and the Society of the Exploration of the Unexplained were kind of getting into, and the bad stuff that they got into, and basically told us that there is a djinn trapped in the attic of a farmhouse, and that we need to stop him before he gets released upon the rest of the world.
Yes.
I believe specifically it was referenced to Jinn in one of the books.
Yes.
That was in the box we were given.
Yes, it was referred to as a djinn in the journal that was within that box.
After he got done explaining all that, coughed up a bunch of blood onto anyone nearby, and when
That'd be me.
Philip, also including me,
Mm-hmm.
and when Philip went out to get someone to get an eye on him, one of the nurses, what was this, his son or his nephew?
His son.
His son.
His son
Yeah.
decided to accost me,
Mm-hmm.
accusing me of it. The nerve of the kid.
Yep.
After which, we essentially went down to like the local coffee shop and opened up the box to see what was inside.
Yes.
Which was where we found the diary, a letter, a gold sarcophagus with hieroglyphs on one side and some text we couldn't really read on the other.
Yep.
Of the lid.
But one of you
Was there
determined
anything
what
else?
it was at a great cost.
Yes.
We had...
It was
Was
specifically...
there, like, the deed to the farmhouse?
Yeah, the
and
deed and a key.
keys?
Yes.
That
But
too.
Yeah, you were able to translate the outer hieroglyphs because those were ancient Egyptian. But the inside, one of you found out what they were, but it was at great cost to sanity.
Yeah, Alice Pembroke could not translate them, but upon attempting to read them, suffered horrifying visions.
Yes. But yeah, after that, you guys went to do your to do some research, and that's when you found out about the death of Marion Allen. A little bit more about him. You found out that he was murdered. You found the details of his murder, as with because the journal told you that he was murdered, but that it didn't give you the details, and you found the details. You found that he was his chest was opened up, and basically one of the workers had started to rifle through the victim's pocket when he was first found, but no money and nothing appeared to be stolen. His head had characters carved into it, his mouth was open, and his tongue was cut out. His ribcage was torn open, and the organs had been cut or mutilated. Specifically, the heart had been removed. And also, you found out that he was briefly affiliated with the Chapel of Contemplation in Boston. You also note that in the journal, Marion had specifically told Rupert to stay away from Boston for his own safety. And then one of you, because I hadn't read, I wasn't keeping the scenario notebook open, managed to get access briefly to a copy of a very certain grimoire that was mentioned in the the journal. Yep, De Vermeus Mysterious, that I was not supposed to let you have access to, but you did get access to.
That was your choice. So
I mean,
I believe at least.
I didn't realize.
Actually, no, I
can't
remember now.
Yeah, I only saw in the. In like the scenario book after I'd already let you guys look at it.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
But-
I forgot that. I thought you had said, the book says I'm not supposed to let you, but go ahead and roll for it, kind of thing. I did not realize.
No, but I said I'm not going to retcon something like that because that's cheap, and it's given me inspiration for something I might do with that character. But yeah, after all that, you guys agreed to make your way to the farmhouse itself. You guys tried to talk.
learned.
Yep, go ahead. Yep, you learned.
I learned reanimate dead, basically.
Yes, but also you guys then headed to Ross's Corners, which is the kind of settlement, the little kind of town where the farmhouse was located, and you filled up with gas. You tried to get some information out of the local kind of general store owner. Her name was Ma Peters, but yeah, a couple of botched what's the word? Like social skill rolls saw her basically chase you out with her shotgun drawn, and then you got to the farmhouse. So what happened when you reached the farmhouse?
Well, we started investigating around.
Mm-hmm.
I found a dead raccoon
Yes, you did.
that looked like it had been sacrificed in near the same way as Rupert Merriweather.
Or you mean Marion Allen? Rupert Merriweather was the one who
Marion
was...
Allen, my bad.
Yeah,
Not
Yeah.
from. Sorry, I have the wrong thing up.
but
But yes, in very much the same way. And I think some other people found some other interesting things.
yes, two of you in the woods afar found a human
Dead
body.
body?
Yes.
The body of
A woman with the same hole in the chest, ribs pulled
Missing
apart.
organs.
Yep.
Yep.
And did you guys search for any kind of like identification or anything like that?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well,
I
you
think we
I don't
ended
think-
right there.
yeah,
I
because
think
that's
we ended there.
that's basically where we ended. So. So yeah, why don't we
Yeah.
let's take it from there.
Yep. We could.
Sorry, what was that?
Just role playing a bit,
Sorry,
saying it was a
yeah,
freaky
I
raccoon
mean,
since now the other players.
It's here definitely it's not a normal way to kill a raccoon.
No.
I mean, poor varmint.
Eustace yells out from the woods. Hey, quickly!
Seems to be freaking out a bit.
I guess we should go see what's up.
Probably should. Here, hold my iron crosses. And I pull out my gun.
Don't you know what now?
Okay. You
Oh
two.
no, there's two ands on the field.
Oh,
Actually, I think my lighting's not working because I saw black and thought maybe I needed to put my token on the board, but
You're
oh, let me
duplicated myself and I also can't see anything.
okay, let me make sure that I. Oh, that's why. Somehow I forgot to give your token vision. Now you should be able to see.
I cannot. It's
There we go.
only dark like over here for me.
Oh yeah, that's exactly how it should be.
Okay, cool.
Yep, that is a physical structure.
I'm good now.
Yep.
Is in the way.
Yeah.
I
so-
see.
This woman, we found her just lying here, just like the raccoon.
Okay. That, by the way, all of you who haven't already, make me a sanity roll now.
So
Does that
me
include
and
me?
Alice
Yeah, you and Alice already
think
came
have
across.
ran our sanity.
Yeah, you guys
We
already
ran-
did
and we
one.
rolled first aid on her too, and it didn't work.
Well, yeah, it was mainly to determine the specifics of the death. Okay.
Right. No, I know.
Yeah. Ooh, Philip.
That's pretty bad. How much?
my sheet.
Well, I'll wait until. Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
Ogden, and then who else was it? Yeah, and then Cheese. Yeah, it's on the. We're just waiting on your sanity roll, and then if you.
Your sheet's being weird today.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want me to?
It took like a minute for mine to actually load.
Yep.
That's
can-
annoying.
I can roll it for you if you want.
I've also been having some issues. You have it automatically pop out into a new window.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Okay. So.
I forced it to pop out into its own window.
Oh, Philip, you. Okay, so Philip, you lose 2 sanity. Ogden and Lucius, you lose 1 each. As you see this. It was at first it was a raccoon, and it's not, but now it's a human being. So, I'm gonna say, because normally when you lose sanity points, you have, even if you don't have a bout of madness, you have some sort of involuntary action. So, why don't you tell me what you guys do upon seeing this mutilated corpse?
Ogden's gonna double over and retch, but not quite throw up.
Okay. Philip?
I'm just gonna start shaking a bit. I'm not exactly sure how he would react in this case.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Responsive?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could be twitching. He could accidentally, like, shoot his gun, like, in just shock. That's one of the things that can happen.
I'm gonna hope I kept with enough trigger discipline.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, like, if you'd lost the maximum possible sanity for that instance, which...
Now, in that case, I could go for that.
Yeah, then I would have said, yeah, you fire off your gun. But,
Yeah.
and then, what does Lucius do?
Gonna clutch the cross around his neck.
Okay.
A knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, just kind of like... I like that. So...
He's gonna, like, try to start mumbling a prayer under his breath about,
like,
please guide this wayward soul who is lost into heaven.
okay. Do any of you guys want to do anything, like, with the body, or... Like, do you want to search the body or anything like that?
Yeah, I probably would look for like identification or something. It's not anything on the body that kind of tells us who this might be.
I'm gonna say I
Yep.
did what I said while kneeling and putting a hand on her face.
Okay. So, you do find an ID. This is Maggie McFurter. I'll write the name in the Roll20 chat. It shows that she is
Of the hot dog.
she is a... Yeah. She is, she's a local, like, farmer. She has a lot of pictures of horses in her wallet. You get the feeling that she has a horse farm. But
Can we estimate an age on her?
she looks like middle-aged, a middle-aged woman. But her residence is listed as Ross's Corners, so she's clearly a local. Why she's here, you don't know. But you know why she's... Well, you don't know what brought her here. But you know why she is here, if that makes sense.
Is she also mutilated with her ribs and...
Yep,
and
rib
heart
cage.
missing and stuff? Okay.
Yep, ribcage opened up. Heart almost like it was gingerly just kind of scooped out.
Is there anything that would indicate she was, like, bound or tied up or
Make me either a first aid or a spot hidden.
why did I close the sheet again? That was dumb.
It's an old habit.
Yeah.
And just popping it out now so I don't worry about it getting in the way. Alright, maybe someone else should check to see if she's bound.
Yeah.
You don't want me... Oh, I guess I already checked for first aid and didn't work.
Oh,
Nice,
okay.
there we go.
Check off first aid on your character sheet if you haven't already. You do not see any signs of struggle or like restraint. But I will say you do see a couple of footsteps that the stride seems to indicate she may have been running away. Like she was running kind of in from like kind of this direction.
Into the forest from the house.
Yeah, but you also see that she seems to have also come... Or actually, no, it should be the other way around. She wasn't quite running. It looks like she was coming towards the farm.
Okay. She was going this way.
Yeah, and there's no real signs of a struggle. So whatever killed her fast.
Well, now, that is mighty odd. No findings, no nothing. Whatever did this to her, did it to her so quick. I hate to have this thought, but maybe someone did something to that poor raccoon, and whatever was done to it was done to her.
And just so you know,
What do you mean?
Only an ungodly creature would just take the heart.
yeah, if anybody wants to make me a natural world roll, like, I think you passed one like last time, right?
Oh, I did.
Yeah. So with your natural world knowledge, you don't know of any animal that would just, first off, make such a clean wound, and second off, any animal that would kill and then only eat the heart and nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that I've heard of that would do this. Especially not this type.
Yep.
In this area. I mean, worst we got out here is maybe a mountain lion, bobcat, but
Yep.
nothing that would.
This
do
is
something
too
like
eerily
this.
similar. It's too eerily similar to the Marion Allen case that I read about in the library.
Oh,
It's got connect.
Yep. So,
Perhaps there will be more answers in the farmhouse.
yeah. And do you guys want?
I
Because do
agree, Lucius.
you want to go straight to the farmhouse? Because I'm just going to tell you now. Like, you can call the authorities and report the body.
Oh yeah, I think we should probably do that.
Yeah, my character would be down for that.
Okay. We'll just say
yes,
that.
that's like
How do it's fun?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. You guys call. Ring, 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 ring.
actually that is a genuine question. Is there even a phone here?
Here, no, but you'd be able
We're
to
in
go
the
back
middle
in.
of nowhere.
Yeah, you'd be able to go back into town real
have to
quick,
go-
and
That-
yeah, and
Yeah.
you could use a phone there.
And nothing's going to be seen.
So,
Is that lady gonna let us use her phone?
I would say
not
that-
getting out of the car, y'all.
if someone wants to make me a persuade or like fast talk roll,
Yeah, my face. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go.
or an appearance
try and
roll.
talk with her.
Yeah, I'll say like a social skill
Or
or
just give her a
appearance.
nickel?
Yeah, or appearance or credit rating. So, basically,
I don't see appearance, but
oh, it's a characteristic.
It's a main skill.
oh, it's a characteristic.
Yeah,
Alright,
so basically, like, if you're hot enough, you can.
I'm not. What's the term?
Yep.
Oh wait,
I
did
ain't that-
Alice try to talk to her
Nah,
before?
Yeah, you're a little bit uglier than average, but like you're
Yeah,
not
I'll
like a
try
hideous
and,
sight to behold.
I'll try and sweet talk her a bit with the nice chiseled jawline I have, as you notice that I very much do not have one.
Well, you got a success. She's
It
like,
worked.
she's like, okay, fine.
Good ma'am,
I guess if it's that
ma'am,
important.
I'd like to.
No, you'll do after a couple drinks.
God
Maybe a
damn
couple
it.
more.
I don't think your character would say that.
That would be very funny if they did.
No, I think he was speaking as the lady.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The priest says that. That would be so great.
But yeah,
Oh my gosh.
she gives you the telephone, or gives you kind of access. She gives you kind of some privacy. Do you tell her like why you're using the phone, or do you just kind of say like, hey, do you mind if I use your phone?
I'd say we'd probably be with her. I've not seen her yet, so I wouldn't know not to.
She
I
said,
would think
Yeah,
we
just
might want to.
saw a body down the road. Seemed pretty bad off. Was gonna call some cop, get
Oh.
them to handle it.
oh dear. Well, you know, was it at the old farmhouse?
Nearby, I think I saw a farmhouse, but it was in the woods.
Yeah, well, Mr. Merriweather and Arkham's owned that property for years, but we've never seen head nor tails of him actually going there. But last night, cause with your success, she's gonna tell you, because I don't think you were with them when they got chased out.
No, I was not. I was sitting in the back of the car.
Oh yeah, so she doesn't. She isn't already negatively inclined towards you the way she is towards the others, but
Yeah.
yeah, she tells you like everybody in town's suspicious after this poor farmer's wife, a middle-aged woman named Maggie. She went out after dark to check on her horses, and she hasn't been seen since. So there's a body. Well, that doesn't bode well.
Horses, do you say?
Yeah, she was looking to check on her on their horses, but she hasn't been seen. Yeah, Maggie, Miss McFurter.
I believe that's her then.
Oh dear.
Give me a sec. Let me make this call.
Yes, hello. This is the Russell Corners Police Department.
Hey, yeah, we found a body. Apparently a missing person, apparently, from what I've heard. Maggie, what's her name again?
McFurter. It's actually
Furter.
yeah, McFarter. No.
Yeah, you have it written. Found a Maggie McFurter, on her dead forest near the farmhouse down here, and, assume I'd give the aids.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay, we will dispatch an officer as soon as possible. Please be careful and do not tamper with the crime scene, as it may interfere with evidence.
I need to tell you ahead of time, we kinda already did. That's how we got the name. So
That is
just tell your detective that so we don't get shot.
that is acceptable given the circumstances. We will certainly try to meet you there. But thank you for reporting. We will have someone out to you as soon as possible.
Here.
I
I'll
didn't
just
even
hang
need to
out
tell them
after
that we
that.
tampered with the evidence.
I don't
It's
want...
the 20s. I'm sure they're forensics, aren't they?
That's a good point. I'm not thinking forensics. Actually,
just
even though I
kidding.
think actually you had fingerprint forensics in the late 1800s.
But
Still, I don't want them to find any of our evidence.
I know, I was just kidding.
yeah, I mean, it also makes sense
Still.
just because you don't want them to suspect you of, murder.
Well, exactly. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. So.
I was just kidding.
Yep. Okay. So, what are you guys? I'm guessing you guys are gonna kind of make the drive back.
I'd fill them in on everything that I just did, and yes, I'd say I would offer that option.
Okay. So,
Alright.
we can say that you guys have returned. It's probably been an hour or so, and it's starting to get dark. Or well, it was already starting to get. Now the sun is actually like set proper. It's probably like 8 p.m., maybe 8:30. So,
Oh,
I guess we should
that's when the cops are gonna get here.
I guess we'd be
Do we
back
already
kind
see
of in
him?
the driveway.
Oh,
Probably not.
no, you do not see them.
Old town, they likely got one deputy working around here, and he might show up tomorrow. Although it's a little podunk town like this, I wouldn't be too surprised.
So is the gin in the farmhouse or the barn?
Well, why don't you check? If you want to check the barn, check the barn. You remember them specifically mentioning the farmhouse, but from what you can see of the barn, it is quite dilapidated. It's kind of like it's pretty messed up. But if you want to search through the room, because like it's pretty collapsed almost, but
I mean, we should at least go peek into it.
okay.
Just be careful, we're on a limit here.
Yep.
Don't see us poking around. Nah.
Yeah. Anybody?
Well, I mean, they're taking their sweet time.
Yep. Anybody?
Good point.
Yep. Anybody who wants to search through the remains of the barn, make me a dexterity roll.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I say the past
Just because I am antsy. Dex.
Yep, Dex. Extreme success. You're able to basically, like, almost like a professional gymnast, like, traverse and kind of balance and avoid any possible, like, debris, like rusted, kind of equipment or broken glass. Like, you find
You're walking on the top of nail heads.
he's basically
If I
like
might ask, where's the barn?
it is up
I think
here.
it's back here.
Yeah, it's that.
That
Yeah.
one? Okay, let me drag myself over there. Go drag inside.
Hmm?
Do I drag myself inside?
You can, but yeah, you're able to. You can find some like candlelight, like oil and some wicks, but mostly what you find are just like rusted farm tools and horse tack.
So nothing too useful.
I mean, you do find, like I said, some
Actually-
lamp oil, rope, bombs. No, you find some lamp oil. You find some
Definitely not
spare.
bombs.
Yeah, you find spare wick, like candle wick. That might come in handy.
The wick might. Arson might become arson accusations might become an issue, but that might be a good thing to tack.
Yeah. Okay.
And just for the sake of it, would you mind if I rolled spot hidden, or would there be no point to that?
There wouldn't really be much point.
Nah, I'm gonna roll. Well, nah. Oh well.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see anything.
I'm dark in here.
Yeah, it is dark. I mean, even with your torch, it's dark and also very cluttered.
Have else about it not being illegal to steal stuff if it's under $1,000 yet. So, I'll need to stow that string pretty easy. Or well.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do now? You've checked the barn.
I think while he was checking the barn, oh, go ahead.
Since I was gonna offer to go in first.
Okay.
First one through the door anyway.
Okay. Is everybody gonna start heading into the farmhouse now, or I'm just need to know if I'm gonna be moving, if I'm gonna have to move like one character at a time onto the map.
If y'all wait
Yes,
for me a
I'm
bit
going in.
with you.
Okay.
Yep, we'll go in together.
Stand behind me.
Okay.
For protection.
Place yourselves.
Alright, which way we going in?
Yeah. Which
It's
way?
completely black. What corner do you need us in?
Oh. So if you're entering the front door, you'll be right here.
Okay, cool.
Yep. There you go.
Ah, fancy.
Oh my god,
Ah,
there's
you
like
also use
physical
default,
walls that you cannot pull your character through.
Yeah, that's
Well,
really
that's
Yep,
interesting.
you gotta enter through the doors.
Cool.
That is.
Yep. It took me a while to get it set and
Go
working.
through the window too, right here.
Oh yeah. So, as you approach the
Oh,
farmhouse,
that's
you
neat.
see.
You can
Still
open and
blind.
close those windows.
Yep, you see the remains of a porch swing that rest at the edge of the trees that once supported it. The chains have long since broken. They swing lightly in the breeze, making a creaking metallic sound when the wind picks up. The swing itself is on the ground with weeds grown through its spaces, the wood rotting back to the earth. On the lintels, over all the doors and windows, are carved symbols of a strange nature. Someone make me an occult roll.
where the sigils.
Yep, they're carved on the lintels of the windows.
Use a bit more of a lemon for that.
Yep. So who want?
The windowsill, I guess.
They're on all of the windows.
Okay.
You should know what lentil means.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like the kind of. Yeah, on lintels over all the doors and windows. You,
Success.
yeah, check off your occult skill if you haven't already, and you realize these are symbols of power used to ward against otherworldly spirits. A good defense if left in place, but if cut away from the house, they are useless.
These markings.
It's the support beams above and below a window.
Yes, it is. Now,
I recognize these marks of power. They'll keep spirits at bay until they're disturbed.
yeah, like if you were to say like kind of smudge over a bunch of them, it would basically break the ward.
A warning to everyone. We've entered the cage that the beast resides in. There's no telling what may happen.
So you also note that there's a small oil lamp hanging from the wall beside the front door. It is not lit though. A quick check tells you that it requires oil and a new wick.
Conveniently
Well,
found some.
Yep, you can light that. You can light that.
We should light as many lamps as possible.
Okay, there we go.
I'll hand out the oil and wicks to whoever wants any.
Excuse me, Anne, but might you make your way through the entrance of this building so I can go inside and see things?
All. I mean,
Anything.
there you go.
I'm RPing.
Ah,
Yep.
You?
I
Okay.
just walk past her. She ain't that.
I'd like to believe that he was literally just standing there in the
Yep, like
doorway.
like Skyrim, like Lydia in Skyrim.
Yes.
So, stepping through the front
Yes.
door, you notice that the front room is dirty and long untouched. A foul odor greets you. Dust lies thickly on the furniture and empty shelves, while dead leaves and detritus cover the floor. An iron stove rests against a wall, the ventilation pipe still connected to the outside. There is a round table with chairs near the stove. The wooden floor is warped and stained, the result of water leaking through the roof and ceiling. Rot has eaten away at a table, an old couch, and a matching wing chair. Perhaps these moldering pieces of furniture are the sources of the foul odor in the room. Near the entrance to the second room is a narrow opening in the floor, revealing a steep flight of steps leading down to a cellar. Now, everybody, make me a listen roll.
I can't with my
Oh, you still can't?
Listen.
I will move.
Nope, I am deaf.
No, like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, he was like.
Yeah, he was
So
stuck
I
on the
think
door.
Probably is what happened.
Yeah, he had clipping issues.
What have we been listening?
So,
I still
Lucy.
can't,
Hold up.
I still can't see anything on
Oh, that's a fumble.
Oh, fumbled. Awesome.
Let's see.
Your fog of war's not working, Heath?
Oh,
Yeah, I can't see anything.
yeah, let me, I know why. It's because, I'm gonna have to go into your character sheet and edit your token
That's better.
because, apparently the default property doesn't fit. Okay, yeah, there we go. Save settings, save changes. Okay, now whenever you place your token, it will have vision. So, anyways,
Excellent.
you, Lucius. So, for a fumble, I honestly can't think of anything, like, realistically, like, that would, like, happen badly if you're failing.
I just don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, the silent, you just feel an eerie silence descend upon you. And you know what? Make me a sanity roll.
Cool.
Or actually, yeah, make me a sanity roll. Okay. You actually hear scrabbling coming from the ceiling while, but, like, you're not sure if it's really there or if it's just a figment of your imagination. Lucius, you hear a scuffling and scurrying noise under the floor.
Did you hear that? Beneath the floor, there's something
Yep.
scary.
Are any of you looking
I
in?
heard something, but I couldn't tell if it was just my mind or if I actually heard it.
Yep.
Could be an evil presence.
Yep. Do you guys
Could be another raccoon.
are you guys gonna look through the entire first floor, or are you gonna go straight down to the cellar?
Let's
Oh,
keep
there's
searching
this
around.
desk here.
Yeah. So
I mean, I'm going with the gun. I'll go take out the raccoon out downstairs.
okay. So you see that first off, make me a spot. Everybody who wants to, make me a spot hidden roll.
I'll try it, but I don't think I'm gonna
You
get
don't
anything
mind?
good.
Ogden got a good roll.
Oh, yep. So
Ogden got a real good one.
yeah. So yeah, Ogden, you got an extreme success. So check everybody who's succeeded. Check off spot hidden on your character sheet. But you
No,
did.
I'm going downstairs. May I do it as well?
I'm gonna say.
Or should I avoid?
I would say since you're not
Someone
looking in the
else
back
was doing
room. What?
I'm not,
It
so
was
then
just
I will not.
anybody that
Thank
was
you.
looking at the table.
Well, looking at
I'll
in
let
the
y'all
back,
do that,
like
thank
searching
you.
through the back room. I will get to you in just a
I
second.
do apologize.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they did too.
So, I'm gonna say Ogden and Eustace, you both see muddy boot prints on the floor coming from the back door. The prints seem to be evidence of recent
Like
occupation.
coming inside.
Yeah. In addition, the fireplace contains the embers of a recent fire, possibly lit within the last day. There's a thick wool blanket that's been tossed beside the fireplace and an empty can of Campbell's pork and beans lying nearby. A dirty tin spoon that looks like surplus from the Great War sticks out of the can. Traces of the sauce are still liquid and look relatively fresh. But apart from the walking stick on the table, there is a large piece of worn and wrinkled fabric on which rests a half-full penny box of wooden matches, as well as a small piece of soap, a tin cup, a screwdriver, a can opener, a jackknife, and the stub of a candle. Now,
Well, looks like we got squatters.
somebody make me a, one of you guys who's still upstairs, make me an intelligence roll. And then Dreamer, I am going to, well, I'm trying to remember how to,
I'll try the intelligence.
oops. Let me, trying to remember how to shift. Okay, Eustace, you realize that the stuff on the table
Ogden
is.
got an extreme success on that roll.
Oh yeah, so
Just so you know.
Yeah, you can clearly conclude that the contents are a. Both of you can clearly tell that this is an unwrapped bindle, meaning that at least one hobo stayed here within the last day. Where they are now is a mystery, as they appear to have left without taking their meager possessions. But also, Ogden, with that success, you look to the ceiling and you see a trapdoor. Now I'm just trying to remember how to get oh, is it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so while that's all happening, Dreamer, place yourself at the foot of the stairs.
I placed him inside of a wall. I can't move him.
Okay, let me there
Actually,
you go.
I can just delete him. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you
Just kind of yell up the stairs. Well, actually, no. You say.
Yep, as you do, you see you catch a flash of a man. He I'm gonna say, what is your dexterity?
My dexterity is like 65, I think.
Okay, so
Yes.
we're entering initiative.
Okay.
So let me. So your dex is 65, or actually no, you have a firearm out if you're. So then
Yes.
that is going to be 105, or would it be 115? Yeah, it would be 115. So. And this, so what do you want to do? This figure is, coming at you,
Do I even... What can I tell in the dark? He's just coming at me? Is he holding anything?
He's
Maybe
holding
like,
he's holding a chair leg, like...
Give me a sec. Where is my... I shoot him. It's kind of almost
Okay.
on reaction, barely even
Yeah.
registering.
I should have actually made you do a spot hidden roll first, so,
Yes, I should have. Do you
Yeah.
want me to do that? Do you want to
Yeah.
retcon me do that?
yeah, let's, I'll let you shoot, okay, so 44. This means that he is going to get a surprise attack with a bonus dice, but... So, we're going to,
Yep.
and then we'll see what, okay, so he gets just a regular success. So I'm just gonna, so he rolled a 4, so you take, 4 damage. As he,
Guys, I don't... Ow!
yep, as he appears to be struck,
Sturdy
like,
oak chair leg.
Yep, as he's, like, moving, kind of... Make me, an intelligence roll, actually. Okay, no, yeah, you can't figure out what he's, kind of his intentions are. probably should have asked for psychology, but it really doesn't matter. So now it is your turn.
Yep. Oh,
And
this still would have failed.
and you're gonna shoot him.
That's the thing. I don't know whether or not my character would, since he's probably minorly
Shot.
concussed now.
I mean,
I was about to say
So-
you just got whacked with a table leg.
yep. Though you haven't taken a wound. You haven't taken a major wound or anything. So he just basically like you just kind of like it hurt pretty bad. Like you definitely like it was just kind of like
Yep. 4 damage, you said?
yeah, 4 damage.
Bonk.
Yeah, he got you pretty good, but mechanically it would not be enough to stop you from firing or anything like that.
I'd probably actually yell at him and hit him with the shotgun stock.
Okay, go ahead, make me
Hey, quit that.
make me
So that.
okay, and you cannot
Did I
push.
mi-
You cannot
You
push.
Can't, I'm aware.
Yep. So he is going to just run up the stairs past you.
Get back here. I
Okay.
yellers.
Yep. And then since you're on the
There's
stairs,
a guy down here.
what? Yep. So let me.
For the time being, I'll delete my token. Oh wait, I can't see if I do that.
Yep. So.
Even though that's actually more appropriate. So yes, let's do that.
Okay, so then everybody else or actually you guys don't need to make me a listen roll. What is everybody's dexterity?
Mine is 85.
Okay, so Ogden is 85. Lucius?
Mine's 50.
Okay, yours is 50.
Mine is 40.
Okay, 40. So he's just gone, so let me first move this in descending order. Alice, what's yours?
40.
Okay, 40. And Lucius, yours is 40 as well?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, Ogden, it is your go. What do you want to do? As you see this guy sprinting up the stairs.
Is there any way that I can, like, just tackle him?
Yes, that would be a fighting maneuver, which, let me... Let's see, what is your build?
That's it. Great. My build is 1.
Okay, and then let me... What is his build? His build is 0, so, Yep, so you won't get any penalty dice. I'm gonna say that, so yeah, make me a fighting brawl roll.
Nope.
Okay, you try to tackle him, but he just, kind of manages to, kind of, like,
Wriggles out.
yeah, so, and I'm not gonna give him another go, because, you know, but Eustace, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Eustace is not much of a fighter.
You could make a psychology or an
can
intelligence
I-
roll.
Okay, I don't think... What's my psychology? I don't think it's very high.
I would allow you to also
We'll do
make
an
an
intelligence roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow
Cool.
that.
First, he's gonna fucking like see this guy running up the stairs. He's gonna hear Dreamer. there's someone up. See him. Gonna scream a bit. It's real effeminate, but it's okay. He's like, I can't do it. But and he runs into the corner. And yeah, intelligence roll.
Okay, extreme success. You can tell that by the look in this man's eyes that he is terrified out of his mind. It appears like this stuff, like all of this stuff, like this stuff was probably his, and it looks like he's seen something.
He's seen some shit,
Yeah.
some things and some stuff.
Yeah, and it looks like he was like about to leave. It looks like he was possibly going to just to retrieve his belongings, but that the arrival of your party kind of scared him back into the cellar. But
Right. Okay.
yeah, and that's all from your extreme success.
Okay. Do I still have can I say something to the guy?
Yes. What do you want? What is your?
Or is that the end of my?
No. What is
Okay.
your goal?
I want to be like. Let me think. I want to say. Excuse me, sir, but what are you doing here? This is not your house. Yeah. Do you know what has happened on these grounds?
Are you trying to
That's pretty
get
much
him to get him to stop running, or like?
What's my goal? Yeah. I want him to stop running and to tell him what he's doing here. Tell us
Okay.
what he's doing here.
So, what social skill would you be using right now?
Oh.
Do you think you're trying to charm, persuade, intimidate?
Probably persuade.
Okay, so roll me persuasion.
Okay.
Do you want to use luck, or do you want to push that? Because you can't use luck
Would
on a
be
push
10
roll.
luck.
Yeah.
I don't know if it got answered. I did hear somebody ask if you use luck on a roll to make it a success. Does that count as would we check mark that as a success in our character sheet?
I'll say
For
for
that
this
skill?
first scenario, then I'll say that just for this first scenario, yes.
Okay,
But
cool.
in the
I'm
future
going
one.
to spend the 10 luck.
Okay. He seems to be like his chest is heaving, and he's like he's got this wild look in his eyes, but he's like, I saw it. 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 And he just kind of collapses onto the ground. And
I'm going
Ellis,
to
son, what did you see?
rush over to him
well,
and put my hands on his shoulders.
Yeah, comfort him.
No, I didn't.
I saw it. I saw it. I saw it.
Uh,
Somebody is gonna
What
need
did you see, brother?
someone is gonna
Did you
need
see?
to do either psychology or psychoanalysis to
I'll return in a
I'll
minute.
try psychology.
Okay.
No worries.
do you want to use luck?
Eight points.
It would be 12.
12? Yeah, duh. I'm smart.
That's okay.
That's
It's
a
been
lot of
long.
luck
It's been
for-
a week.
So are you gonna spend the luck? Or do you want to push it? Or does somebody else want to try?
How does pushing work again?
Pushing means that you re-roll, but if you fail, the consequences, like, you'll have dire consequences.
Potentially or guaranteed?
Pretty much, it's guaranteed that there will, like, the outcome will be worse than if you had regular failed.
How much luck you have?
49.
So,
Oh.
I will say that if you
Oh.
failed this... Oh, yeah, if you failed this pushed roll, I will say that he would lash out and attack you.
Ooh.
You know what? I want to risk it because
Yeah.
it makes the narrative more exciting.
Okay.
True.
Yep, roll me that push. So,
Maybe my extreme success on my luck roll.
Yep, so
It'll give you luck on your psychology roll.
Yep. Who knows?
No!
Fumble! He is going to get... he, like,
He's
looks
like,
at you.
"Fuck."
He's like, I saw it! I saw it! I saw it! Don't you see? I saw it! And he is going to, lash out with his, makeshift, his table leg. And he's gonna get a bonus die. Oh!
Oh, dear.
Well, let's see if he,
didn't
gets an
need it.
extreme success. Oh, he does... let's see, that would still be 15, so no, that's not under, luckily he doesn't get extreme success. He does get a hard success. So take
Starts
take...
hitting me with the chair leg.
Yep, he just kind of smacks you, and, take 3 damage. Okay. Does...
Is he riled up again now?
He seems to be a little bit riled up. Like, it seems like somebody else might be able to try a psychology or psychoanalysis, but he is really aching to get to, like, GTFO.
You don't want to talk to us.
It seems more like he's just been driven insane. Or at least, like, he's like, whatever he saw has driven him mad.
He's super spooked.
Yeah, he's like more spooked than any of you have ever seen a person.
I do apologize, I'm back.
Oh, no worries.
No worries.
What did,
Y'all are out of turn order now, right? We're out of initiative.
Yeah, yeah, we're out of initiative, but she's made a psychology and failed, and so the consequence for that failed pushed roll was that the man lashed out at him. So if anybody
got
else,
bumped in the head.
yeah, does anybody else want to try?
Would it be possible for me to pick him up and drag him outside while restraining him?
Who? The
homo.
you would have to make
He clearly
me
does not want.
you will have to make me a brawl roll. Because this is going to be a fighting maneuver.
Dang.
I think Alice was next on the turn. Might try psychology.
Yeah.
Yep, you can.
I'll let Alex go first.
Yeah, we're not in initiative right now, so you can try psychology or psychoanalysis. Hard success. You get him to calm down, and he drops the club, like, right away. How do you calm him down?
I would think I would walk up to him and stare into him with knowing eyes. And I've seen him.
You've seen them too? You know the horrors that lurk beyond the veil? That wait for us just out of
Yes.
sight? Okay.
Yes.
At least I'm not alone. So, what do you want to ask him?
Why are you in this house?
Well, I found the house yesterday while traveling through the countryside. I've been aimlessly traveling up and down the eastern seaboard since I returned from the Great War. I have family in California, and I've been trying to get back to them, but I've just not been able to hold down a regular job. I make what little money I can by doing just handyman chores for the folks that'll let me. But yeah, I just came here for shelter. Yesterday I found this house while traveling through the countryside, but during the night I heard...
So you don't know.
Sorry, what was that?
So you don't know anything about this house?
Not about the house other than, well, something horrible lurks here.
Did you see a woman trying to come towards the house?
No, I did not. I didn't see anything. During the night I heard strange sounds and was attacked by some monster. It made the piercing shriek as it was hunting me in the woods, but it also created a stench like rotting meat. I was lucky to get away with my life, as it seemed the monster heard something in the woods and left me alone. I thanked the good Lord for sparing me, and I just came back in here to try and get some rest, and well, I was just about to pack up and leave before you showed up. I didn't know if you were, you know, more monsters come to get me.
Start making my way up the steps. Well, you did a good number on my head, so but I don't plan on being no monster. I would, however, say speak with a therapist.
This entity, you say, it attacked you outside the farmhouse?
Yeah. Yes,
That means the power of these seals has already lost its potency.
well, you know what this... Do you know how to get rid of this thing?
It is an evil spirit, and we aim to dispel it.
Well, anything that gets that thing away from everybody. But could that sound I heard in the woods that distracted the monster and let me go, could that have been that woman you told me that you said? Oh God.
It is possible.
Hmm?
We can't know for certain, but it is possible.
Philip lets out a bit of a chuckle. Seems like these greater beings don't understand one in the hand or two in the bush.
Okay, so upon learning that he may have led the creature to the dead woman and been inadvertently responsible for her death, he loses 3 sanity. He's like, he breaks down like crying, and he's like, I have to get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Bro, you're tweaking.
Please just do whatever you must, but I need to get out or get somewhere safe.
Man's seen enough. We should let him go.
Yeah, probably a good idea. We might want
they're
to
up to
make for it.
things.
Go away from town. Cops are on their way here anyhow.
All right. So he makes his way out.
And there's plus a few bucks in his travel pack.
Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Now,
May you travel on kinder roads.
okay, so yep, he's disappeared. Where do you guys want to go now?
Downstairs.
Okay. Yep.
I think that'd be a good spot to go.
Yeah, give me a minute. Splitting headache. He hit me with the table leg.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, Pocket spun himself outside. Whatever.
Yep. Don't worry, I moved
Where
you.
are we supposed to be?
Oh, just like put yourself on the. Oh,
Eustace will definitely be the last one down because it took him a while to get out of that corner.
Yep.
Okay, yep. There you go. So some light filters through cracks in the floorboards of the rooms above, but not enough to see clearly by. Luckily, you guys have flashlights. The only light,
Sure do.
the only light source down here is a lantern sitting on a shelf across the room, which you're able to see because you have flashlights. The cellar, it's small and has a low ceiling, making the room feel claustrophobic. The floor is hard-packed earth. It's cooler than the house above and smells of dirt and dust. There is a pair of chairs against a wall at the base of the steps, and a table with a missing leg resting on its side. Shelves line one wall. Cans and boxes sit on the shelves, each holding the long-spoiled remains of foodstuffs. Several tins of tea leaves lurk among the cans, complete with silver tea set, now long tarnished. There are a few cast iron pots and pans for cooking and sets of tableware for eating. Additionally, on the lowest shelf is a row of bottles containing good liquor. You also note that by the steps leading into the cellar is an old but still sturdy 8-foot ladder. Behind the steps is a pile of lumber, a bag of rusted nails, and a wooden box with some old tools. Hammer, handsaw, hand drill with 3 different bits, chisel, and rasp. In a corner near the shelves is a bundle under an oiled tarpaulin.
So this is I continue.
Yes.
Hard. Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Assuming this is the ladder to get up to the attic.
Yeah, if you want to use it. You can do that now, or it's up to you.
I assume once we're done snooping around down here.
Maybe.
I'm gonna lift the tarp up.
You're going to lift the tarp up?
What was there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, underneath the tarp, you see an expensive-looking travel trunk. The straps are fastened and latches secured.
Can anyone take a look?
Oh, it's not locked. If you
I
check.
thought you said the latches were.
The latches are secured, but, like, in the same way that, like, latches on a travel thing, like, it's not a lock, it's just, yeah, like, latches to keep it closed.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it.
Okay. So, you see a folded black cloth with a handwritten letter resting on top. On the underside lid of the trunk are more of those sigils you saw on the around the windows and doors above. And within, you find 6 folded black robes, a cigar box, and a sheaf of yellowed papers.
Is there a reason to seek? I feel like you right in this container.
Yeah. So, do you guys, what do you guys want to do?
I'll let some other people get in
I
and
look
do
in the-
some stuff.
I think. Oh, I just unplugged my headset.
Can still hear you though, thankfully.
Yep.
Yeah, I can still talk through the mic. I just can't hear anybody.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Eustace would probably also be interested in looking through this old trunk, maybe trying to find some cool. I don't know, just he's just interested in
Yeah.
old stuff, so of course he's gonna go in an old trunk. What'd you say was in there?
So, there was a
Besides
handwritten...
the sigils that were on the window, so
Yeah, so there's a folded black cloth with a handwritten letter resting on top. And also within are 6 folded black robes, a cigar box, and a sheaf of yellowed papers.
Okay, I grabbed the sheath of yellowed papers because they look the oldest to me.
Okay. So, allow me to, I will show this to you specifically. There are 6 copies of this one that I'm giving you.
Okay.
The weekly code bulletin.
It's a chant. It's a chant in Latin. I don't know this language. Did one of you say you speak Latin?
Yeah. Do you want to pass out the copies of this, the other copies of this yellowed, like the same? Because you find 6 copies of this specific one.
Is it?
I don't exactly
Oh.
speak Latin, but I've dabbled. Let me take a look.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just hand everybody a copy.
Okay. Let me
Just kind of turn it over to the side a little bit.
Yep, showing this to everyone. So, if you want to translate this, it's going to be a language other Latin roll.
Oh, I'm spending the 1 luck.
Okay, so I will show this to you, and then you can decide whether or not you want to share it with the with everybody else. You are able to translate the.
I do it as well.
Yeah. Okay. I would advise not bothering to push that, because but
Yeah.
Philip
Yeah.
or Ogden.
I figured he would share it.
Yeah, Ogden. You should see it in your handouts, but let me know.
Translated.
Yeah, let me know if you want me to show it to everybody else.
Let me read it first.
Okay.
There's some like excerpt from like something about the Trojan War or something. Otherwise, how would a fumble translate work?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that you just mistranslate it. Like, you might think this is, you might think this is just an ancient Roman song. Like, this was just the kind of thing they would listen to on their ancient, stone iPods.
iPods, yeah.
Yep, there's...
Uh,
But, yeah, so, Ogden, have you read it?
Yes.
Do you want to share it, with the others?
By Jove, this is a, it is a spell to banish the creature. Here.
Huzzah!
Let me share this with you all.
Embarrassing.
Oh, it's a bit more useful than what I thought it was.
Okay, and let me save the changes and show to everyone. There we go.
Awesome.
Does anybody want to read it out loud for the class?
I'd say someone who can actually read it in the first place.
Yeah. I mean the translation.
Okay. O spirits, you are exercised by the power, wisdom, and virtue, by the divine knowledge, by the dark void, by the name of the old ones, the root, trunk, source, and origin of all the other divine names, whence they all draw their life and their power. I exercise you by the name Nyarlathotep, signifying the most excellent bringer of wisdom, his majesty so high and brighter than the stars of the void. I exercise you by the most powerful name of Azathoth, the all-powerful, who shall punish the crimes. I exercise you and I command you absolutely, O demon, in whatsoever part of the universe you may be, by the virtue of all these names. Hear you and obey.
You also find, I'm guessing, just for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna guess that you share kind of it with the rest of the crew. You find another paper.
Oh yeah, This was in the tube with the yellow papers.
Yeah, this was this was with because you had 6 copies of that Latin chant. You also haven't
And then
looked
this.
at. Yes. Also, Lucius, looking at this. Looking at one of these sheets, you note that this chant seems to have been derived from a book called De Vermius Mysterius. It also states that while the original chant detailed the ritual for, quote, releasing the spirit trapped inside the ancient amber, end quote, several words within the incantation have been replaced, changing the original summoning ritual to one of exorcism so that it may be used to dispel a spirit. Does anybody look at the letter that was on top of all of the other stuff?
Can Alice look at these kind of hieroglyphs and try to see what they mean?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, so they.
They're particularly sigil.
Do you have language other Mew?
I just have Egyptian hieroglyphs in English.
Unfortunately, no. You cannot translate them. You can make an occult roll.
So I would know that they're not necessarily Egyptian hieroglyphs.
No, you would definitely know that they're not Egyptian.
I can try an occult roll.
Okay, you get it. So, you know that these are common all of these are kind of common symbols used in, like, kind of summoning and, like, just like circles in general that are used for rituals for whether it's summoning or binding or banishing, an entity. These all have kind of significance in those types of rituals. But is anybody reading that the letter that was on top of everything?
I'll read it.
Want to read it?
Okay. And then, just for simplicity's sake,
Somebody else wants
again,
to
I'm
read it.
going to show all of you, just because it's easier. Unless you really want to keep this a secret.
I don't think so.
Okay. So, here it is.
I'm gonna
Who wants to...
hog all the information from everyone.
Yeah. So,
All right.
who wants to read it out loud for the class?
I will. The 23rd of March, 1877. I don't know why I'm putting this down on paper. It's probably a bad idea, but I feel the need to leave some kind of explanation for my actions and intent. When I took the sarcophagus from my uncle, I did not think it would be missed. I expected to be able to research it and return it later. I was such a fool. Despite believing the powers we tried to summon, I grossly misunderstood the consequences. Now Robert is dead, and Harold a madman. I'm going back to the farmhouse to organize our things. I dread stepping foot again in that place, but I must make sure that our materials will be available again when we need them. Since the others are too shaken to attempt a banishment of the creature, I can only hope that the thing hasn't the power to remain in our reality more than a few hours or days. At least it's bound to the house itself. I shall search for a means to destroy it before the last of us passes from this world and it releases from the house, if it is still there. I believe I know where I can find the knowledge. I need to drive the creature away without assistance from others. I hear tales of mystics in New Orleans that know much of the true magics in the world. I am leaving the gold box in Rupert's care. I told him not to sell it or have it appraised by anyone, but did not tell him why. He also seemed puzzled by my insistence not to live in Boston, but I believe he trusts my judgment not to go into danger unwittingly. My uncle does not know about our dark brotherhood, so Rupert and others will be safe from anyone looking for it. I'll be back to put things right again. Marion Allen. P.S. I write this before I close the lid on the trunk. The thing is still in the attic of the house. It seemed to recognize me and spoke foul curses at me. I will carve protective wards on the trunk to prevent any tampering with its contents, just in case.
Okay. So, with that, I would say it's about kind of 10 p.m. ish. Everybody make me a listen roll.
I just don't get this. The whole thing seems just real odd to me.
Okay. Everybody who succeeded, make me a sanity roll.
Well,
Okay. Let me...
Happen, you lot all look like ghosts.
I'm gonna roll...
Will I freak you out that much?
Okay, so... Let's... Yeah, so let's see. Ogden, Okay, so... Ogden, you lose 2 sanity. Lucius, you lose 3 sanity. And then Lucius, you actually lose 3 sanity because you got a fumble. Or actually, no, I'm gonna say, because I think it's only a fumble on a 100 for sanity. So you just lose 1. So mark yourselves down. And if at any point you've reached, Oh. Yeah, so,
I meant to put it in edit mode first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so then... Yeah, it's Ogden... Ogden lost 2, Alice lost 3, and Lucius lost 1. And if at any point you have lost more than a fifth of... Like, equal to or more than a fifth of your starting sanity, let me know. So, a couple minutes later, you hear, those of you who heard the listen, you hear first a terrible, ear-piercing shriek, followed by a horrifically human scream coming from the woods.
What was that?
It's the Wendigo.
Wouldn't have happened to be something catching up with that hobo, would it?
Oh, probably right.
I'd hope not.
Was it a male scream or a female scream?
Whatever it was terror and agony. You're not
couldn't
sure.
tell if it was a guy or a girl?
No, it was so agonizing, like, and just shrill that it could have come from a man or a woman.
Alright, that's fair.
Yeah. There's one last thing you haven't looked at in the trunk, the cigar box.
I'll pick it up and...
Okay, so inside is a small metal canister containing a coarse and brownish powder and a smaller wooden box with a sliding lid. If someone wants to make me a...
Maybe that's that.
Yeah, someone can make me a science chemistry or science pharmacy to look at the brownish powder.
Yeah, science school and stuff was never really my thing.
Could I make an intelligence roll to try to put together that's the revealing powder they spoke of earlier?
Well, there's the smaller box. If you want to open that, because
what's in that?
A silvery talcum powder-like substance. If anybody wants to make me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Does anyone specifically ask me?
I have 4 points in
I technically have a few more.
Indeed he does. Because, he is not a believer.
I feel like if you have this, I feel like if you have the points and the skills, you might just. I mean,
Nah.
I'm not gonna tell you how to RP, but I'm just gonna be like, what the hell is this stuff? I don't know what any of this powder is. I've never seen anything like it.
it. Let's see if
I'd
something
say I might get a slight glint of recognition as... Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's perfect.
My mind.
Do you want to spend, do you want to spend 28 luck? Or 26 luck? Philip?
I can.
It's up to you.
I'm not using it for anything else. 45
Yet.
minus 26. Where's my...
Oh, wait, your luck is only 45?
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's, just as a keeper, it's probably best not to. But,
Okay.
having
I'll
read
probably just-
De Vermeus Mysterious, Lucius...
Which I have not read.
Yep, Lucius, make me an intelligence roll.
Sorry. Thank you.
No, it's all good. Like, okay. You deduce that this silvery powder might be useful against whatever this thing is. Presumably, if thrown at the monster, it might have some effect. The rest of you also remember that there was a second powder mentioned that was burned in the kind of summoning ritual. And based on the letter, everything that was also needed to dispel the monster is in there. So you imagine basically that if you want to dispel this thing, you're going to need especially the ritual powder. And I will tell you also, 3 sheets of that yellow paper discuss the procedure of the ritual itself, which takes at least an hour to perform and must be started at midnight. While at least one person speaks aloud the ritual phrases, another person must draw the pentagram on the floor, while another burns a certain combinations of chemicals in a fire nearby. Alan's notes mention that the chemicals resemble a brown powder, which he says he has prepared and stored with these papers in a metal canister ready for use. While one person may perform the ritual chant, the notes recommended that several people take part, allowing each individual to occasionally interrupt their chanting without disturbing the overall ritual or its potency. If the chant is continuous, with at least one person reciting the repeating phrases aloud, the spirit must succumb. However, it warns that even the slightest disruption of the chanting may result in failure, requiring another ritual to be formed on the following night. The notes suggest that during the ritual, quote, a watcher be posted lest the sorcerers be disturbed by the nuisances and distractions of malevolent spirits. Thus, these sheets confirm that a 2-hour ritual using the chant provided begun at midnight should drive off unwanted spirits.
You gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
No worries.
Sounds like standard stuff. Standard so far as, Is it just silent films by this point, or were there talkies yet?
There were just silent films, because this is early 1920s. At least I think.
Actually, no, the whole occult motion picture kind of thing wouldn't be a thing until, like, the 40s or 50s, wouldn't it?
Let me see.
Where you started getting a lot of the sort of occult and Catholic imagery in indie films.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't start until then, so I wouldn't know that.
But, I mean, considering you've kind of studied some books and, like, you were kind of tangentially kind of involved with the society, this kind of seems like just the regular mumbo-jumbo to you.
Yeah, run of the mill.
Yeah. Yeah, you note that it's about 10:30.
Start gathering materials. It's upstairs.
Stand back.
Okay. Do you guys, where do you guys want to go?
Where do we want to perform our ritual?
You will need a fire nearby to burn whatever powder. Probably, you imagine, based on your intelligence roll, you safely assume it is the brown powder.
I mean, there was a stove
Stay upstairs.
Yeah, and there was a fireplace too.
Either or.
I mean, throw the sigil in that tarp over there and throw it in front of the fire upstairs.
Yep.
Got a fireplace, big old nice flat spot for the ground.
I say we painted the sigil directly on the floor.
Yeah, and based on
Yeah,
your
I think that's a
intelligence
good
roll,
idea.
you think that's probably the best way to do it.
We don't want this thing flipping the tarp over.
Maybe, but ain't it like, I mean, pointed to some of the gaps in the floor. Don't your summoning circles and junk not gotta have breaks in them? Otherwise, you let the demon out.
The gaps you imagine, based on your intelligence roll again, are not large enough to cause, like, a serious issue. And if you really needed to, you could always kind of grab some small things nearby to kind of, like, bridge those gaps in areas where the circle would need to have kind of symbols written over them.
I'll take your word for it.
I mean, there's enough planking down here to
Yeah.
fix up any gaps.
So, what you gonna do?
And do we just need to burn the stuff close to the circle, or does it need to be like
You need to
in
be.
the circle?
It needs to be nearby.
Because we could even get a pot from down here and burn it in the little pot in the middle of the floor.
Hypothetically, you could.
A lot of smoke in a basement, but, I mean, I like
Well,
this
then
ground.
upstairs, but
Yeah.
Upstairs.
You also note that there would be no way to escape. You'd be trapped down here if something were to come after you.
Yeah, no, we should go
point.
upstairs. There's two
Alright.
exits upstairs.
Okay, you guys
And the
going?
windows, if worst comes to worst.
Are any of you going to take the ladder? I remember you guys mentioning you
I'm
wanted
just
to.
Strong enough to take the ladder.
Okay,
yeah, maybe some people can check the attic while we
okay,
set up in here.
okay.
I'll let you lot deal with that. I don't know none of that magic mumbo jumbo. I'll just check the attic and
Okay.
there ain't some hobo that'll hit me in the head again.
Yeah, it turns out the Bonk gang was hiding out in here.
Okay, so you, Philip, the rest of you, I'm gonna say, are pretty. You're setting everything up, right? You're kind of bringing the powder and everything.
Yeah.
Eustace sits down to
Okay.
observe.
So, Philip, you're going to look in the attic. Okay. So, you poke your head through the opening, and with a growling rush, you don't even see it. You just, even with your flashlight beam, you just reveal little more than a swirl of detritus moving towards you, accompanied by the loud, everybody else hears the loud thumping along the boards forming the ceiling. Make me a dodge roll.
Dodge. Yeah,
Do you,
no.
okay, let me, this might be bad. Let's
Yes.
see. So, because this is going to be...
Philip's gonna become a believer today.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oh, you got lucky. You take 5 points of damage.
One and the same.
And then another 3.
3. Yeah, that leaves me at 2.
Okay. So you take a major wound. I'm going to say this thing...
Yep.
Like...
Where is the trapdoor to the attic?
It is, let me
I want
look
to have
at...
my character accurately.
Yeah, it is,
Say it gives you a collapsed lung.
I would say... I'm gonna say it, yeah, so like right about here, actually. Like right about there.
Yep.
And,
I'm gonna say, as soon as y'all see me open the door, just barely creak it open, I immediately get hit in the face.
Yep, and,
Hard enough to throw myself back into the table.
Yep, and I'm gonna say...
My face is
you've
just
got...
completely covered in blood.
Yeah, you've got, like, deep gouge marks across your face, but I'm gonna say your major injury is that as you hit the table, several of your ribs just crack.
Yep,
And,
I can go for that.
Yeah, so mark down, major wound and make me a con roll. Constitution.
Major wounds. Oh, it actually says major wound 7.
Yep, that's how many
Okay.
HP taking in one attack, to get a major wound.
Okay, I get how that works now. Yeah, it listed as major wound. Okay.
Yeah.
And then constitution, thankfully I had very good.
Okay, you do not go unconscious. But, yeah, the injuries to your head and face are definitely going to leave permanent scars. Everybody, make me a sanity roll.
If you could actually understand what I was saying through my probably busted out front teeth and collapsed nasal cavity, I would be swearing a lot.
Okay, let's see. So, Philip, can you make me a sanity roll?
Sorry, didn't think about that. Wrong button.
Okay. So, Lucius and, Alice, you guys only lose 1 point of sanity as you see him, like, swearing as, like, you just barely noticed him out of the corner of your eye, like, kind of put his head up as he opened the trapdoor, and you just heard this whirlwind of sound and growling coming from the ceiling, and then you just see just this splash of blood, and you hear the crack as he hits the table below. You two lose 1, and then I'm going to go in order. So, Ogden, you lose 3. Then, Eustace, you lose only 1. But Philip, you lose 2 plus your Cthulhu Mythos skill worth of sanity.
Yep.
As you realize, it wasn't just stories and folklore.
Yep.
It was all real. How much sanity have you lost in
He's
total?
becoming a believer.
10.
10? What was your starting sanity?
60.
Okay, luckily you are not indefinitely insane, but you are going to need to make me an intelligence roll. And this you want to
Okay.
fail.
Then I saw his face.
Now
I'm just
I'm
gonna
a
keep
believer.
contemplating as I
Oh,
spit
no.
out my teeth.
So, you are going to, you are going to have a bout of madness.
Huzzah.
And he broke my
Let's
face.
go.
So, roll me a d10.
Alright.
Okay, 4. Roll me another d10.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
1.
for the next 1 round, you
No mas.
are suffering from severe paranoia. Everyone is out to get you. Nobody can be trusted. You're being spied on. Someone's betrayed you. Everything you're seeing is a trick. And then I will roll on d10. Okay, and you're going to have underlying madness for 6 hours, which means if you lose any more sanity in the next 6 hours, you will also have to make an intelligence roll or suffer another bout of madness.
Okay.
You can roleplay the underlying insanity however you wish, but yeah, just for the next round, which is basically like... That's like basically in combat.
Yep.
Like, you are paranoid, and luckily you only rolled a 1, so that's like... you know, that's like a 30 seconds, maybe a minute at the most.
Sorry.
No worries.
That works.
So, what happens?
I'm gonna say as I pull myself off the table, I just kind of get throw myself onto the ground. Hands and knees, I spit out my teeth. Got broken out. And blood onto the floor. Just kind of sit there shaking. At least for the moment.
I'm gonna move over to him and kind of help him up. Ask him if he's okay.
As soon as you touch me, I just immediately swat you away. I'm just struggling, trying to get up.
Whoa,
You can
Phil!
tell,
Oh, hey, calm down there, bud.
Just start yelling at you. You can't really understand because I can't talk too well. But I'm pointing very aggressively at you and then at the others.
Yeah, I like slowly kind of back away, and like your words almost push me back into the chair. I kind of like don't realize it's behind me and fall into it.
Yep.
I didn't do it. Why is he so mad at me?
He hit his head pretty hard. So give him a bit. He should calm down.
This gin is formidable.
I mean, yeah, I did it. Formid it all up on his face.
So we don't need to like make the circle until midnight, right?
While
saying the chant.
You might want to make it, but like the chanting and like the actual, say, like lighting of the powder and everything isn't till midnight. But I'm gonna say it's starting to encroach upon midnight now.
You said it was like 10 a little bit ago, which wasn't, I mean, like in game I feel like was kind of a while ago. So yeah, it's probably getting close to midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a pocket watch. Or a watch on a chain, actually. That, like, checking.
Yeah, so,
I guess we should draw the sigil in the middle of the floor. Here.
Yep.
you guys,
How long was I mad?
That's what
one combat round, which is basically a minute. But underlying madness is gonna last for 6 hours.
Okay, and that's if I deal any more sanity.
Yeah, if you lose any more sanity, it means that you'll risk another bout of madness.
Yep.
Okay, so, are you guys inscribing the ritual? The ritual circle?
So.
Yeah.
What are we inscribing it with?
That's up to you.
Did it say it needed to be a special material?
No. It only said,
Didn't say it needs to be made in blood or anything crazy like that.
No. It only said...
Need any, I got plenty.
Yeah.
You should carve it into the floor.
Yeah, you can carve it into the floor.
Carve it.
Ooh, a permanent?
And then
Yeah.
we could probably also put soot from the fireplace on top of it.
Yeah, we
If
should write
you-
charcoal on it.
If you need it, I have a tube of lipstick.
There you go.
Give plus 10 appearance to the ritual circle.
Mo.
Can it be a hodgepodge of carving and lipstick?
Yes.
I love it.
So,
We're professional sigil drawers, you can tell.
Not a pentagram. time, it's a pentaglam.
There you go.
That's a good one.
So,
Just out of character, if I may say, I'm gonna say that Philip went outside in a bit of a stumbling anger
he did?
before, again,
Okay. How long was he outside for?
a couple minutes just to sort of calm himself down.
Was this while the ritual was starting to take place?
I'm going to say it was immediately after.
Okay.
What was my actor's name?
Oh,
Eustace.
Eustace. It was right after Eustace sat down, essentially.
okay.
I'm gonna say it came back in before they proper started the ritual.
Okay. Roll me a luck roll.
All right. How about that?
Okay. You're okay.
Huzzah!
So, you guys have started the ritual. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay. So, who is chanting, and do you have a lookout?
I'm the lookout.
I'm gonna say I'm also gonna be looking out. This thing's ticked me off. It busted out my teeth.
Okay.
I would definitely be
So how many?
in the circle.
Yes. So how many people are chanting?
Ogden's gonna join since he was the one who translated it.
Yep. And I mean, you're gonna.
Willis, you want to join us?
Yep. You'll. The more people chanting, I will tell you the less time it will take for the ritual to complete. But
Okay, I'll join the chanting up.
But it was specifically recommended that you have at least one, kind of, what's the word, at least one, what was the word they used? I'm trying to remember. Watcher. To, like, watch out for potential malevolent spirits that might interfere with the ritual.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, Dreamer, would you want our characters to flip a coin to see who is the one lookout watcher guy? We can like roll
I mean, I can't
I
chant.
guess a fucking.
Yeah,
10.
you might be. Yeah, you'd be a
I
good.
can't chant either.
I mean-
know what I'm doing.
I mean, as long as you know the words, you can chant. I'll tell you that.
You know what? You got the gun.
Yeah.
You be the lookout. I'll do the chanting with the chanters.
That is
If I
smart.
Get up.
Okay,
Get
so for the first
into the circle.
20 minutes, you've thrown the powder in the fire, and you've begun the chant.
I have the, can I take the, revealing powder?
Yes. The first 20 minutes of the ceremony are going smoothly, allowing you guys to mark out the pentagram and burn the brown powder in a fire. And then you can hear something scratching and shuffling about above you. Within moments, you hear an awful howling, interspersed by grunts and foul curses spoken in a harsh, guttural voice. The old house sways and creaks. The sudden jolts, shaking it to its foundations. Objects fall from the shelves and roll across the floor. Everybody, make me a sanity roll.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, let's see.
Let's go.
Okay, so then we're gonna go Ogden, Philip, then Alice. Okay, so Ogden, Philip, Alice. Okay. So Ogden, you lose 2. Philip, you lose 1.
Good.
Alice, you lose 1. As
Yeah, that's not good.
what? Have you lost a 5th?
I have just lost a 5th of my sanity.
Okay, you go indefinitely insane.
Let's
Roll
go.
me.
Wait, a fifth, you say? What is a fifth
Yeah.
for me?
60.
I think I
it's-
may have done that already.
If you're at, cause 60, if you've lost 12.
Yeah, I've lost 13.
Okay, you are now indefinitely insane. So first, again, we're gonna roll a. Each of you roll me a d10. Or actually, yeah, roll me a d10 because.
Few sessions and everyone's starting to lose their minds.
Oh boy, this isn't good.
Not me.
Ogden, because.
My brain is. My sanity is just fine.
Oh, right. Yeah, Ogden. I'm gonna say that. You know what? For Philip, I think it does. It makes sense more for. Let's see.
Wait, was everybody supposed to roll a d10 there? Or
Just the people who have
failed the sanity rolls.
Oh yeah, just the people who.
Okay, my fault.
Because
I'm sorry.
Let me first make sure. Let me see. Because.
Yeah, Smug wouldn't like the system.
Okay, yeah. So Philip, I'm gonna let you re-roll
Yes.
that because
D10 or the sanity roll?
the D10, because okay. You gain
worse or better?
That is better.
Okay.
Because Ogden, you got a 3, which is violence. You explode in a spree of violence and destruction. Roll me a D10, because that's how many rounds it's going to be. 6 rounds. And, Eustace, you
I didn't
are...
fail the sanity roll, so disregard that 1d10. That's my fault.
Oh, okay, no worries. But are you, have you lost more than a fifth of your starting sanity?
No, I've only lost 2 points.
Okay, good. So, first, Philip, you gain a mania. I'm going to... Let's see.
Fantastic.
I'm going to try and figure out one, that is, You know what? I'm gonna roll a D100 for this one.
Good.
Let's go.
Nice.
Okay, you have
Hell yeah.
misomania, hatred of everything, obsession of hating some subject or group. I'll let you choose of the two. And then, if you choose the latter, what subject or group you particularly decide to have this hatred.
A hatred of everything was the first option you said?
Yeah, it's hatred of everything or obsession of hating some subject or group.
Okay, if I were to tie it back into some roleplay earlier, the most appropriate one for this would probably be the latter, a
Okay.
particular group. And then, essentially, any form of esoterics or occultism.
Okay, yeah, put that in your phobias or manias. Put misomania, hatred of occultism.
Alright.
I honestly thought you were going to go with hobos.
that would have been very funny.
Anytime
Especially
you
if
see
he
a
rolled a
hobo spindle, you just
yeah.
fucking rage out.
Especially if he'd gotten especially if it had been a phobia. A phobia
Yes.
of hobos. But Eustace, you are now for the next 6 rounds, which I will
Ogden.
I will add everybody Okay. So you are at 115 because you have a gun. Ogden, what's your dexterity?
85.
Okay. And you don't have a gun?
Oh, I have guns.
Okay, so then that's going to be 135. Then Lucius?
Dexterity
40. Eustace?
Yeah.
What's your dexterity?
50.
50. Okay. Alice, what's yours is 40, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me, Okay, so, Ogden, you were the one who rolled, your... Yeah, you rolled the 3, so,
Yep.
you are going to,
Who's gonna be violent?
You're going to explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at your surroundings, allies, or foes alike. So, I'm going to say, roll me 1d4, and we'll go... 1 will be Philip, then, yeah, Philip, then... What's his name? Sorry, then...
Go clockwise, starting with Philip.
Yeah. No. I need to...
Philip Ogden and...
Philip, Father, Eustace, and then...
Well, Philip.
Ogden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Philip?
Well. It's been nice knowing you, Philip.
Well, okay. So, what are you gonna do? I will let you roll a luck roll to determine whether or not you use a, whether or not you use your gun.
I am going to pull out my gun and shoot Philip and try and shoot him in the face.
Okay,
Luckily,
you fail.
I have butter fingers.
Yep. Oh yeah, you... Yeah, in the future, roll, with the specific weapon, just because that'll, trigger the sound, but, yeah, you fire a shot off, at him, while are the rest of you still chanting?
I'm gonna say.
I feel like when the gun goes off, Eustace is definitely startled enough to stop chanting.
Is anybody chanting?
He's gonna...
I'm gonna say Martin is still.
She said he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I
And
know
Alice
that someone has to
would still be.
Yep, okay. Philip, it is your turn.
In response to getting shot at, I'm going to kind of have a slight epiphany. Everyone here is at fault. If it weren't for these creeps and crazies uncovering things that they never should have known, none of this would have ever happened. I do believe it's time to put this whole thing in its place. I'm going to shoot off... What is your character's name again? Ogden.
Ogden.
Ogden, yeah. Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
That's 11 damage.
Oh my god, no.
So take 11 damage as this shotgun just blasts you full center mass.
Oh, shit.
I'm not dead. I got 2 health.
Yeah, but you do suffer a major wound. So...
I need to go do some laundry. I'll return in a moment.
No worries.
That was awesome.
that was very
cool.
awesome. So, Ogden, I'm gonna say that you can feel like internal bleeding, and you've definitely got some severe lacerations. You might have a collapsed lung. Roll me a Constitution roll. Okay, you stay conscious. Eustace, it is your turn.
Holy shit. Okay, so first gunshot kind of scared Eustace a little bit. Then the second one definitely scared the shit Eustace.
What are you gonna do?
He's gonna back up against the wall, get out of the chant circle, kind of like back up against the wall.
Okay.
And when he hits the wall, he's going to. He's just gonna yell. He's gonna be like, "Stop! Why are you doing this?"
Okay. I will allow you to make a persuade or
attack or anything.
Yeah, I'll allow you to make like a persuade or charm or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, persuasion is what I'm gonna go with.
Yep. I should note that this will not force the players to act in a certain way, but it will it will potentially give them good role-playing reason to act a certain way.
Right.
Alright, I have returned.
Oh, that's an extreme success. So, while you were gone, Eustace backed up against the wall in kind of a panic, and he basically persuaded as the voice of reason to be like, why the hell are you, like, we need to do this, like, any differences can be settled after we've just gotten this thing the hell out, because if we want to kill each other, that's fine, but this thing will get released if we don't do this. And you've seen what it can do. You don't have to obey.
Yeah. I'll say, guys, stop it! We need to work together, otherwise this demon's gonna destroy the entire world! We're the only chance we got!
Yeah, and so you don't have to, but I will say that any combat rolls now, at the very least, will... Because it's an extreme success, all combat-related rolls against each other will be made with 2 penalty dice.
Ooh, nice.
Alice, what are you doing?
I feel like once Ogden got shot at center mass, Alice is gonna run over and try to do first aid or something.
Okay, roll me first aid.
The first shot was okay to ignore, but the second one, somebody just getting shot point blank. It's running over.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Sorry, Ogden.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's messed
don't
up.
worry about
Extreme
it.
success.
Don't worry about it.
Let me check exactly. Healing. Tracking damage. Let's see.
I'm gonna say I'm staring daggers at you, Eustace, at the moment, but I still got my gun train on Ogden, but I agree with you to some extent.
I just can't believe that you took that shotgun blast.
Okay, I'm gonna say that with the extreme success, roll a d6, Ogden.
That's hilarious.
You get 5 health back, because I'm being very nice right now. So you're up to 7. You still have a major wound, but you're no longer at as heavy of a... Okay, Lucius, I'm guessing you're still chanting?
I believe I'm the only one still chanting, right? So
Okay. So then,
that's all I can do. I can't break.
if you do, you guys will have to leave
I'm gonna
and
get
come back
in
the
the
next
chant
night.
circle, but-
Okay.
I'm motioning with my hands to get them back chanting again,
Okay.
but I'm still saying the chant.
Ogden, you are still crazed, like, with a desire for violence, but I will allow you to roll a sanity, another sanity roll, and if you pass, you will snap out of it, because you've gotten a successful, or actually a power roll. Okay, you hard succeed. You are able...
Baller.
Yeah, and I probably should have given you a bonus dice on that as well, but it doesn't matter because you had a hard success anyways. You are able to snap out of the, of that bout of madness. You are no longer crazed and violent, but were you in a bout of madness, or were you, did you suffer, permanent, indefinite insanity?
That's indefinite insanity.
Okay, so check that off on your character sheet.
It's amazing what a slug to the chest will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wake you right up.
Wake you right up, or put you right down, depending on what you're doing.
Or
Yeah,
put you
exactly.
Right back to sleep forever.
Well, I've been acting silly, haven't I?
I've been rather silly, haven't I? My dear.
It's
Okay.
downright whimsical.
So, let's see. I am going to, Oh, you know what? Let me just look at your backstory.
Who's, if you don't mind me asking?
Actually, yeah, let me, I'm just gonna... Okay. Your indefinite insanity has been added. Whether you notice what it was.
Oh, I noticed it. That's hilarious.
Good.
That's hilarious.
I can't wait to see how that pans out for you.
I already have ideas of how this is going to play out,
Okay. So,
depending upon how long Ogden is for this world.
I mean,
This could be very funny.
yeah, so, let's see. You guys hear or, sorry, not here. You guys, how many people are chanting now?
Can Ogden go back to chanting?
Yes.
Just
Yeah, and are we out of like
you just see him put his hands together and bow a little bit, and go up, and then flick him off and go back to chanting. Just very weakly.
if we're out of turn order, then yeah, Eustace also goes back to chanting.
Okay.
Yeah, once Ogden got back up, Alice would have gotten back to her place in the circle.
Yeah, so,
Oh, Ogden's not getting up. He's still kind of in the circle.
yeah, so,
Well,
shotgun
once
blast
she's
laying
stopped
down.
actively dying.
I'm gonna shakingly reload that one shell.
okay. So, you guys,
I have a shelter loaded with.
those who are, well, first, there's a horrible smell now creeping down from the attic. Suddenly, thick, stinking goo oozes through the ceiling and drips down the walls. Everybody make me a luck roll.
This is not gonna go well. What the stink?
Okay, Lucius, roll me a d2.
Oh wait, I succeeded.
Okay.
Dude, my internet's so slow. I like click the button and like 30 seconds later it rolls.
Damn. Okay,
Sorry
you
if I've been
take
cutting
another...
out, too.
No worries. You take another 2 damage, Lucius, as this, like, this goo, you realize it's horribly intense acid as it burns your flesh.
It's the pile of demons. Ah. It burns.
But everybody who was chanting, I'd say a good half an hour or so probably has passed. So everybody who was chanting, take reduce yourself 2 magic points.
Oh no, not my magic points.
And now, everybody make me a listen roll.
No. Oh yeah, we should
Favorite
probably
skill.
be making these at like 12 malice dice.
Okay, so
Multiple gunshots in a small house.
oh yeah, that's fair.
And
But
Midas is actually happy.
but I'm gonna say that the eerie silence that the chant has kind of caused kind of suffocates any tinnitus. I mean, it's Cthulhu.
Deafening silence.
You don't need to explain shit.
You're listening
True.
to stuff that isn't going through the air. But
Yeah.
Directly into your mind.
Yeah. You hear noises coming from outside, those of you who passed. You hear a faint call for help from a woman's voice. Are any of you looking outside?
I say I'm
I've mostly been focused on the trapdoor to the attic.
Ogden's on the goddamn floor, so I don't think he can.
I succeeded, so I can take a look, but I'm gonna take a look through the window.
Yeah, that I figured.
Where? Which side of the house? Does it say?
I would say, like, maybe the south side facing down, like the south.
Just gonna walk my way around over here. Should just
Okay.
get out of y'all's way.
Now, anybody looking out the windows, or are you using your flashlight to look out?
Yeah.
You see a middle-aged woman who looks quite obviously hurt making her way to the house. She lifts her head and calls towards you. Her face is streaked with blood. Help
Like
me!
a siren.
Help me! Make me, anybody who sees her, make a sanity roll.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Alright, would be inappropriate.
She's out this window right here.
Yep, she's coming out through the grass towards the house.
I'm gonna go over to
Just
the
want to
door,
make sure Eustace has his back to that
wave
window.
her in.
Okay.
Yeah, Alice has the
Oh,
back to the
no.
window. And even though she could hear something going on, she's not
Can I
convinced how
try-
quick human.
You also...
Actually, would I
breaking from
want to
the
do
chain.
this?
Yep, so,
Can I try to persuade him not to open the door?
you can.
I would say if you would like to attempt to, feel free.
You fumble. You actually convince him that it's a good idea. Not convinced, but like, the way you're talking, it actually seems to, Philip, at least to you, it seems like he's encouraging you to do it.
I'm gonna say, Father, just focus at the task on hand. Keep chanting.
Can Ogden shoot at the door?
Yes. And
Dude,
Right.
me and Philip are gonna kill each other.
Opening the door.
are you opening the door?
As she gets closer, do I notice anything that might particularly be off?
You notice that this is Maggie McFurter. And she has her chest open, and her heart's still missing. Her face is streaked with blood, but she's walking.
I'm going to say I already have the door open, like a numpty.
Okay.
Can I shoot her?
Ogden
Yes, you
shoots.
can.
This recognition.
Yes,
I'm
you
going
can.
to shoot her.
And you're at close enough range that you will get a bonus dice if you need it.
All right, cool.
Okay, that is 11 damage.
Yep. Then I'm just going to shut the door, whether or not I actually need to or not.
Okay. Well, you blast her head basically clean off. You're at point blank range, and it's just she eats both barrels right to the head, and just
Nice.
I would hope only one. Actually,
well,
because
yeah,
ammo's kind of scarce.
yeah, but yeah, mark you should have, yeah, because you used one against Ogden, and you've used one against her, so you're down 2.
How many do I actually have? I wasn't able to see. And did I check my possessions? It's not in my possessions.
Because I imagine you would have gotten a.
On that.
I imagine you would have.
If I had-
Let me.
Yeah, no, there's nowhere listed that I have anymore.
I would say. Let's see. Let me. Let's see. Metal. Tools. Affairs. Okay. What kind of what gauge is it?
12 gauge shot shell specifically.
Okay.
I'm gonna say buckshot for reasons of mechanics.
Okay. Would you have spent $3.63? Would you have been willing to spend that much money for 100 12 gauge shells?
Oh, freaking absolutely! That'd be a fantastic deal.
so,
even
yeah.
probably during that time period.
Yep. So you get.
Probably paper shells, but still.
Yep. You get. Yep. So you have now 98 12 gauge shells.
I'd say I wouldn't have that many on my person.
Okay.
12 gauge shells are very big.
That's true. But
5 shells is about the size of your cell phone. Small cell phone, but your cell
okay.
phone.
So do you want to carry like maybe 25?
25. That sounds good.
Okay.
I'll
So
go
then
down
you
to
only.
23.
Yeah. So then you only spent 93 cents. But you don't have to worry about spending because it's only if like I see you spending way more than like what you would normally get based on your credit rating. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, she eats the shotgun. It's just like falls back as you slam the door.
And Raining Blood by Slayer starts playing.
Yeah. But to the tune of It's Raining Men.
No!
It's raining blood. Hallelujah.
It's not something that I thought I'd ever fucking hear in my life, but that's fucking awesome.
Okay. So, you also hear a man's voice. Also, help me, help. This one sounds familiar. You've heard it recently.
It was the hobo. I bet. I'm
Alright,
guessing.
Give me a sec on this one. Would I just be able to assume as much from previously?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, actually,
Like you recognize his voice.
okay. From where is this one?
It is coming from it's coming from kind of south. Same direction as Maggie.
I'm gonna keep the door closed. I'm gonna... Actually, which way does this... Oh, this door opens inward. I'm going to shove this chair in front of the door. And then
Okay.
look out the window. Leaning out the window and seeing.
Okay. He is clawing and banging at the door as if trying to tear it down, but he can't seem to get to like move through the door. He's seems like there's something keeping him at bay.
I do believe we know what the solution here is.
Okay. So the sigils are keeping him at bay.
I'm leaning out the window, and I am not able to keep a hold of it. It just jumps completely out of my hand.
Yeah,
That
and
be
the gun.
accurate for a
Yeah,
fumble here?
the gun jams.
That too.
Yeah.
It's a
Nice.
double barrel shotgun.
So
Okay, but it jams. Let's go with that.
yeah,
I
that's
can argue.
that's the malfunction.
It could be a failure to fire malfunction. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay, I could go with that.
Can Ogden shoot through the door?
the door is closed.
Right, yeah, I'm saying through the door.
Yes, but someone give me an intelligence roll.
I would say Ogden first on that.
Okay, you realize that based on the fact that this reanimated corpse seems to be unable to get in through doors or windows, and the fact that there are warding sigils carved on around all the doors and windows, you have a feeling that leaving any entrance open would basically be like would be like extending an invitation to a vampire. Like, come on in. And that might also apply to the creature in the attic. Because you also note that the sigils were carved, the same warding sigils were carved around the trapdoor in the ceiling.
Eustace is gonna see Ogden raising his gun and be like, "Don't! You'll ruin the warding sigils. They can't come in because of the sigils."
Smart. And Ogden's just going to put the gun back down and keep chanting.
Okay, so, roll me,
We must stay the course.
Okay, everybody who's chanting, expend two more magic points.
I'm gonna say since I wasn't able to fire it at all, I still have my gun. Is that acceptable?
Yeah. I'll have to
Okay.
remind myself of the rules of misfire. Let's see.
I'm gonna take my time to unjam the gun because I very much need that operational.
Let's see. Malfunctions. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so if it's a lever, so you will have to, you'll have to make either a successful mechanical repair roll or firearms skill roll to kind of unjam, and it'll take 1d6 rounds. Mechanical or the relevant firearms roll.
I have better firearms.
Yeah, so roll that, and then roll me... Oh, do you want to push that?
Much.
Because I will allow you to... I will still allow you to unjam it, but it will take... it'll take another 2... I'll say that it will take another... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Let's try and push that, but I'm going to notice this thing is jammed up in some way or another. The brass has probably gotten into the mechanism in a way that I can't get this thing back open.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna beat it onto a table and see whether or not it breaks.
Yep, okay.
I'm assuming that means I need to roll it again?
Yep, you just roll it again. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Percussive maintenance saves the day again. And roll me a d6.
Alright, d6. 5 rounds.
Okay. So 5 combat rounds.
That's 5 rounds of me beating it onto a table and probably completely ruining the fantastic wood finish.
Well, this table's covered in dust, and...
Of the gun.
Yeah. But, anyways, so you guys are all chanting. You hear a roar coming from outside, as well as a little chittering, like... And you hear kind of a clawing out one of the windows, like little kind of... And since you're right there, you see a raccoon, but it doesn't look right. It's covered in matted blood, and its rib cage is exposed and bent out. But more concerningly, you see what looks like a bear a brown bear that is starting to try and claw at the door, specifically at the areas where on the other side are the sigils.
Did I have it?
But you guys have been chanting, I'm going to say, for about an hour and a half now. So everybody who is chanting, expend another two magic points.
Getting low.
Okay.
Gotta break the chant from a second and enough of these games, demon.
Okay.
Face us.
Roll me a power roll.
I just kind of look at your character like, what the stink are you on about?
Do you want to push that?
Can I use some luck?
Yes, you can.
I will use.
Call, good call.
Okay. As this is happening, Philip, you actually see the two creatures outside. You hear them suddenly stop and collapse. They seem to be dead. Again. Maybe. And,
Maybe.
well,
And I go back to chanting after I.
Well, as you do, a wisp of oily smoke curls down from the ceiling, twisting towards the center of the pentagram on the floor. It's not quite visible, but it's in the pentagram.
I'm gonna reach for the revealing powder out of my pocket and throw it like pocket sand.
Okay, you're gonna throw the pocket sand and reveal the creature?
Show us your form.
Okay, everybody, you roll the powder, and, well, this thing is... You reveal it. So,
Yes.
it's got just an array. It's like this black smoke, like... It's got... Everywhere you look, it has, like, eyes and mouths. It's like... And kind of tendrils whipping around. Everybody roll me sanity.
It doesn't look like the genie from Aladdin.
No.
Maybe I should.
Let's go. I've been fucking killing the fucking sanity rolls tonight.
Okay, Ogden, roll me, or actually, let me roll for you. I'm gonna roll Ogden and then Alice. Ogden, you lose 7. Alice, you lose 8.
I'm going back into madness, bro.
Yep, so both of you make me an intelligent...
Earlier.
Oh, Alice? Are you at, indefinite?
Yeah, that will put me below 5th.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
more than 1/5 off my original.
each of you,
Fifths.
don't worry about rolling me 1d10, because I have something in mind.
I like to imagine it's covered in mouths and booty holes.
So, you guys actually don't see this horror. Ogden. What you see your older brother and, Alice? You see your father.
What was that?
Davis, the fuck are you doing down here?
Well, look. I have my brother, bro. I have amazing things I can offer you if you just move your foot forward and just smear on the ground a little.
I kind of got buckshot in the chest. Can't move too good.
Make me a psychology roll.
Did I actually hear him say that?
You hear him say that, but you don't hear the voice.
He's
You just
talking
hear,
to you.
yeah, you just hear
I
this,
knocked him.
like,
Demonic.
yeah. Okay, yeah, you see it. Now Alice, you can make me a psychology roll.
Father, this isn't right.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah, let's try to push it.
Nice. You see it as your father for just a split second, and then you see the twisting, horrible mass of talons and maws and long appendages, and it shrieks at you, angry that its illusion has been shattered. But Ogden, you still see your brother, and he is pleading with you just to let him go, and he will give you great secrets. He will give you secrets of the universe. Or, what is something that your character wants most in the world?
The protection of nature. So he would want the logging to slow down, or at least be better controlled.
I can make those changes. I can help you control and protect nature. If you just let me go.
For sure, Seamus, we're so focused on getting as much wood out of the north as possible. Want Daddy proud. You wanted to make as much money as you possibly could. Oh God, I can't move too well.
Are you gonna try and break the seal? Or the pentagram?
I want
Is anyone
to
gonna
break
try and
free.
stop me?
I gotta notice that
I
you're
mean,
Okay.
talking to this thing and try to
Yeah.
convince you.
Okay, does anybody want to...
See.
Yeah, you can somebody can make me a persuade roll. Yeah, you notice his intention, so you can either you can notify everybody else, or you could try to physically, like, kind of push him out of the way.
I was gonna try to convince him to stand out of it.
Okay, so make me I'm gonna say persuade or some.
Psychology.
Yeah.
but I'll
Okay.
do
Yep. So.
Nice.
Yeah, you get, you know what? I'm gonna say you get to roll now, with that psychology hard success, I'm gonna say that, he's able to shake you to your senses and you see this thing for what it truly is. The vision of your brother fades.
Hey, you know, heed to it. It speaks lies.
I'm gonna look at Father and look back at it, look back at Father, look back at it, and go, damn, Seamus got ugly.
So,
And just tap Father Martin on the shoulder as thank you. I'm like, oh,
do you resume chanting?
man, Seamus, you should remember that Seamus is down his beach house at this time of year.
But you are still in. Everybody who's definitely insane, do make sure to clip that on your sheet.
I clicked it and it turned yellow. Is that all I need to
Yes,
do?
yes. That means that that I know and you know that your character isn't definitely insane. You are able to potentially seek treatment in between scenarios if you use the same character, but it'll all depend on your credit rating to determine what level of care you're able to afford, and that will determine whether or not they're able to actually snap you out of it. Because it will also take months for indefinite insanity. But you all dismiss the lurkers bargaining. You finish the last few minutes of the chant, and with a wail, you see this thing start to fade and disapparate in this horrible voice that echoes inside your skulls. I will come back. Some fool will summon me again. And when they do, you will all belong to me.
Or the dirt.
Belong to our Lord and Savior.
And
Belong to old antiques.
with that, it is gone. It disappears.
Let's go. We did it. Eustace exclaims. He's like, "Oh my god!" I
Okay,
didn't think that would really work.
everybody, roll me 1d10 plus 1. Okay, Ogden, you regain 10 sanity. Alice and Philip, you regain 2. Eustace, you regain 8. And Lucius, you regain 11.
I got really close to getting to 1/5 of my sanity.
Well, luckily, you were not.
Oh my god, I didn't realize I was muted. So since I only lost 2 sanity, I don't go any higher than the max, correct?
I'm gonna say that you can increase your max sanity, because it will only allow it to be drained more later.
Ooh, okay, cool.
But
Yep.
you have dispelled this creature. All that's left is a foul odor and just this sense of wrongness. But you hear the sound of a siren, a police siren approaching the house.
And finally, we called them like 4 hours ago.
And
Based on how long I've been chanting, it's like 2 in the morning.
yeah,
Dude.
yeah, it's like okay. Let me
Evidence's sake, I think the dead raccoon and the giant dead bear might be of value here.
You see a young policewoman, you'd guess around 28, accompanied by a familiar face. Philip, you in particular remember this guy.
Yep.
What are you doing here on my father's property?
Oh, great.
What right do you have to be here? Officer, arrest these foul charlatans!
I'm gonna say, look, kid, your father asked us to be here, okay?
Do-
Show 'em
He
the
didn't ask you.
Okay,
He asked us.
so you have the deed?
Yeah.
Let me see that! He rips it out of your hand.
It seems
he notice
that we have
me?
the rights to be here.
He notices you, but he doesn't seem to really care all that much. Let me... Where the hell is his skill? It's just like, fine, you've had the right to be here, but state your business! Somebody make me a law roll. I mean, technically any of you
Law
can.
roll?
Yeah, like, roll law.
Oh, shoot. I'll try, but I don't think it's gonna work. Yep.
I'm shooting at a 5, so I'm gonna try.
I want to see what happens.
We are also shooting at a 5. You might
Philip!
as well try.
Oh! Check the law skill on your character
Okay,
sheet.
then.
You know that, you realize that, you actually have no obligation to tell him what you were doing here. You have the deed, and that's all that matters.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
And if he
Oh,
takes-
yeah.
Yep, and if he takes you to court, you know that you have enough solid evidence to defend your case.
Nice.
Did I succeed literally any other roles other than guns?
We'll have to look. I mean, you succeeded, I believe, on some spot hidden and listen.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah. So, with that,
Sorry, continue.
the police officer works with you guys to clean everything up, in a sense. You guys, what do you tell the police of what happened here? Like, what extent do you go to in terms of...
I vote that he told us to... He thought the property was haunted and wanted us to come out and cleanse it of spirits, and that's
Okay.
what we did, and we found a body.
Okay, since you are actually a clergyman, roll me persuade and get and take. If anybody else is going to corroborate, you're going to get 2 bonus dice.
Yeah, I'll cooperate with him.
So
Are you-
we're not going to go into like details about it, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, what am I rolling? Sorry.
Persuade, you'll roll it with 2 bonus dice. So if you fail, just
Something else I do, or just
no, just roll it, and then you'll click the bonus/penalty thing twice. Okay, you don't need to,
I don't
unless, yeah. So extreme success. She's like,
Hell yeah.
yeah, sounds like older. Yeah, the older folks have a lot of superstition, and there's. I mean, I've lived here my whole life. There's always been superstition regarding this old farmhouse as long as I can remember. So, you know what? If it gave the old man some dying peace, then that's all right by me. Now, Bertrand.
Notice Philip start laughing.
Bertrand. They have the deed. They have the right to have entered this property, and I think that is the end of that for this case. You surely can't be serious. They've obstructed my father's property. They've got the deed. They've got the deed. I don't make the law. And he just storms off in a huff to his expensive-looking car and drives off.
Good riddance.
My father will hear... Oh, wait, no, he won't.
Man, as such a gentleman Rupert was, I can't believe his son is such a wretch.
Yeah, he's a bit of a shit, isn't he? The officer says. Well, I've got to get all this written up, but thank you for your assistance, and thank you for giving an old man his dying wishes. I hope that... looks like some of you got a bit banged up.
A bit.
The
Yeah,
collapsed
just a bit.
barn is dangerous.
Thank you. I understand, Father. But, yeah, she asks you to point her to where, well, I guess you don't have to point her to, Magma Further's course, because it's literally at the door.
I literally just point directly behind me.
Missing a head.
Yeah, and,
Suspicious.
yeah, I'm not gonna bother asking how you, try to explain away the raccoon and brown bear and the hobo.
For the fact that she's missing a head.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother dealing with that. Because I'm just gonna
Missing
say
all our
that,
organs.
you know what, who has the highest credit rating here?
Mine's at 50.
That would be Ogden.
Okay, Ogden, roll me credit
I was
rating.
gonna say probably Ogden.
Okay, so you're able to kind of get a lawyer and spin a story and just grease the right palms. Nobody
Yes.
nobody cares about a hobo, especially in the 1920s. Like,
Facts.
Yeah.
and yeah, they're all just willing to kind of gloss it over as some freak accident.
Some freak bear attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But- So, I'm gonna say that because you've done this, you each get something out of Rupert's will. You note that he died. He died an hour after you left the hospital.
Damn.
But yeah, you guys have completed the scenario, but there are a few things left undone so far. First, as you guys go your separate ways, Lucius, you did not go indefinitely insane, did you?
You're the only one who didn't.
Okay, so
No, you're not.
Okay.
okay, so you're good. Alice, do you have a car of your own?
I do not.
Oh, Alice specifically.
No.
Oh, Alice?
Yeah.
No, she does not live in this country, and in London, she doesn't need a car.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that as you're driving, you see an old, disheveled-looking man with a cloth bag, and he, as you're kind of walking, I'm gonna say maybe you've taken the time to stroll through Arkham just as you're here, and the man bumps into you. He goes, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but my God, I've seen you before. You don't recognize this man at all." But
You've seen me.
yes, in my dreams. You, let me see your face. Sorry, but yes, they have contacted me in the dreams. They've told me that you must have this. You must stop it. You must stop before he rises once again and they walk the earth once more. You see that he's carrying some... He looks like he was a former Miskatonic professor. He seems to have gone mad. And he hands you a text. Like, that has... Let me... It has the symbol of like, almost like, you know what, let me, I will send you a link to the symbol, in Discord. I'll just post it in general. And, take this.
And that's
It will...
all in the text.
Yes, it will tell you what you need to know.
Well, alright.
you note that it says on the inside. Do you open it?
I think Alice would be trying to find a way to get away from him.
Yeah,
Somewhere
he
public.
leaves. He leaves. After he's given you this, he just tells you, it has the key. You must stop him.
Okay, Alice would look at it after he left.
Inside, you see two words, the title. Relay text. Do you give it a cursory read over?
Yeah, I would start reading it. You
Okay.
said the title was Relay Text?
Yes, the relay text. Or relay.
Okay.
I'll put it...
Okay, yeah, okay, I see.
There you go.
I do believe that is actually pronounced a relay.
Yeah, I've heard it different ways, like relay.
I heard it
Yeah,
I heard it relay.
but-
I'll take your word for it.
So, you note it seems to be a history of beings that came to Earth in prehistoric times, and they were worshipped as gods by early peoples. You see names like Dagon, Hydra, Cthulhu, Zothomnog. You see references to Star Spawn. And you see stories about Gatanothoa, the volcano god of the lost continent of Mu. You see the stories of how Mu and this other great old one city, Rie, sank beneath the waves in the South Pacific, but that these beings are still there in an eternal slumber that communicate with men through their dreams. And that someday there are cults that are devoted to serving and carrying out the wills of these creatures as told through their dreams, and that they believe when the stars are right, the great old ones will wake once more and walk the earth. Roll me 2d6. Lose 7 sanity, but gain +5 in Cthulhu Mythos.
That's a double-edged oof.
Yep.
And with that is the epilogue. With that, we, well, actually, I will say one more thing. Eustace, you remember that, the Chapel of Contemplation, you've recently been contacted by someone that, was telling you. Let me, you got a contact from Mr. Knott.
Like N-O-T or K-N-O-T?
K-N-O-T-T.
Okay.
Asking you to examine an old house in central Boston known as the Corbett House. No relation to your friend
I was
Bernard.
like, that's crazy.
But the former tenants were involved in a tragedy, and the owner wishes to understand the mysterious happenings at the house and to set matters straight. Mr. Knott has been unable to rent the house out since the tragedy in hopes that you can clear things up. Since the tragedy, in hopes that you can clear things up and restore its good name. He offers to reimburse you for your time and trouble. And that provides the seed for our next scenario, the haunting. Whether you decide to continue with your current investigators or create new ones is up to you. But our next adventure takes place in Boston.
Oh yeah, Boston.
Boston.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll
Fantastic.
definitely.
More chance for Ogden to get in trouble over baseball.
Yeah. And everybody, roll me, for every skill that you checked, roll me that skill.
I would say we should do this in player order, not by skill.
Yeah, I won't go first. Somebody else can.
Okay.
I'll go first.
There
Okay.
you go.
Go ahead.
Okay. Listen, failure, good. Because you want to fail these.
Right. That way you can upgrade them.
Okay, occult, you failed, good. Damn, persuade, you succeeded, so you don't gain any in that. Psychology, you don't gain any in that, unfortunately. Latin, unfortunately. Okay, so roll me a d10, and that's what you'll add to your listen, and then another d10 for your occult. Man, if only that critical success had occurred in game.
That's funny.
But yeah, roll me 1d10, and then add that to your listen, and then roll another d10 and add that to your occult. Okay, add 9 to your listen skill, which puts you at 54. And then add 8 to your occult, which puts you at 48.
Nice.
Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Okay. Oh my god. Yep, I believe you.
Something, I'll tell you what.
You know what? Just because I want you to get more points in this because it's too funny, I'm gonna let you push that law roll.
Okay.
Gets
Get another 3.
success in it.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Okay, so you don't get any in rifle shotgun, and then I believe you also passed a spot hidden.
I don't remember passing a spot hidden, but I'll take your word for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just roll me a
I
spot
wanted
hidden.
The extra.
Yeah.
Because I only remember failing the one before getting hit in the head.
No, there was
Maybe
a
it was
spot
my
hidden.
No,
Possession.
because I got
To spot-
the lamp oil and such.
Yeah.
Just the lamp wicks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so roll me a d10 for listen, then a d10 for law, and then a d10 for spot hidden. Okay, so you got add 9, so you're at 29 listen, you're at 14 law, and 34 spot hidden.
Crazy.
Nice rolls.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
that's lit.
that's a damn good that's a good development. Who wants to go next?
Alright, I'll go
Yeah, I
next.
got a 9 and an 8, so we're killing it.
Okay, you don't get any points in charm or first aid or listen. Okay, roll me 3d10, and in order you'll add those totals to natural world. Okay, you gain 5 natural world, 6 spot hidden, and 6 Latin.
Alice can go next.
Okay. Okay, archaeology, good. First aided. Oh. Okay, occult, and then psychology, yep. Is that all?
Yep.
Okay, roll me 2d10, add the first d10 to your archaeology, and the second d10 to your occult. Okay, add 1 to your archaeology, and 6 to your occult, so you'll be at 52 and 61. Now, who's left? Is anybody left?
I am.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, now roll me,
All right.
Yep. And remember, you want to fail. Because, the other thing is, if you ever get a skill to, like, in play, if you ever get it to develop to be from below 90 to above 90, you gain 2d6 sanity.
I might have to restart. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart roll 20. Give me a second.
No worries.
My character sheet was bugging. Sorry about that. Okay, it's still not.
You have it to where it pops out into its own window.
I do.
Okay.
You should turn that off and then reset your roll
Yep.
20 again.
I can
Because
also,
I've had to start doing that. It doesn't work for some reason sometimes.
Yep, I can also do it for you if you want.
Yeah, but that, I mean, if you want, you can do that, but that's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
feels...
annoying.
Yeah, I'll let you, Yeah, I'll...
I'm resetting again.
Okay. And yeah, then if it doesn't work, then it'll be...
Yeah, then you can roll it.
Yeah.
Pop it out.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I've realized it would literally be impossible for me to actually get any points in anthropology.
Oh, is that is that true? Let me see.
Because you can't succeed a roll of 0.
Oh,
And
you're supposed to
it's
have a skill point of 1 in at least in like everything. So
There are some, like some of the sciences, that you actually have 0 in.
yeah, some of the
I
sciences
thought
that are like
anthropology was one of them.
no, the anthropology is considered a general skill. Okay.
I have a 0 in computer use.
In what? Oh well, yeah,
Because
computer
we're not
use.
playing in a modern setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Was that
I only got. I only
I can't
failed
fire up my
library
Apple II
use.
with my-
Okay, so add roll a d10 and add it to your library use.
Roll 1d.
Okay, so you're now at
Nice.
79, which is exactly what you rolled to fail.
That's awesome.
But
And I figured it out. The reason it wasn't allowing me to roll is because it like loaded in edit mode. Like when I opened the character sheet, it was already in edit mode. That's why I couldn't roll.
okay, there we go. So that is the end of the scenario, and you are all allowed to decide: do you want to continue with your current investigators? Do you want to create a new one? It's entirely up to you.
I'm continuing with Eustace.
Yeah,
for
and you can let me know after after the fact. As long as, like, for example, Eustace, if you are, if you would like an easy excuse would be like, oh, we worked together on this case. Like, I already know you guys are trustworthy, that sort of thing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I trust. Well, there's a couple of them in the group that the trust is shaky because they shot each other. But other than that, I trust everybody in this group.
Excuse me, you can't prove that Ogden was shooting at Philip.
Yeah, you're right. You
He
shot at the
is.
ground when you pulled your fucking gun out of your holster.
Yeah. I mean, there could have been something in the house that was moving.
That's
Yeah, he
true,
could have seen
you're
a
right.
he could have seen a rat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, or a raccoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's,
and I
that's
just saw
exact-
the bear behind him. He just got caught in my shot.
That's exactly the excuse I would use.
Yeah.
I'd say, hey, we know each other already. We've worked together. We did a pretty damn good job. I got this summons to Boston. It's for another case, but I feel like it might be tied to this one a little bit.
I think I might have a vested interest in wanting to come along.
Okay.
You're more
I
than
don't
welcome to join me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always good to have somebody who's good with a rifle / shotgun on hand, just in case things get dicey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless they go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you learned how useful they were when they blasted that zombie's head clean off.
Yeah.
Or, you know, when they almost killed me.
Yeah, I mean, he did show that he was effective as a shot.
Well,
Okay. So, yeah, everybody will get their choice. Some of you who just went indefinitely insane, will have to have a chance to make some changes that we'll see. But then next week we will start on our next scenario, The Haunting. Dun dun dun! Some of you have seeds for adventures that may be still to come.
dude.
Whether or not you continue those characters, that's up to you.
So
Yeah.
fun.
In some way or another, I think Philip's going to have a vested interest in wanting to deal with these things.
And I love that because it
He's
lets
a believer now.
Yep. And you may have noticed I messed with your backstory, or not backstory, but like parts of your backstory.
Yeah, the ideals.
Yeah.
That's the one above ideals. I saw it, yes.
Yeah. But, yeah. Just know that that is actually a mechanics thing that the Keeper is supposed to do when you get especially
That's so cool.
especially indefinite insanity. So, yeah, just know that for this game so that I just don't want anybody to think like I'm trying to, just like
Our game or something.
Gaslight people?
Gaslight.
to be
Why?
fair,
Because that mechanically you're allowed to do that.
yes, I actually am. There's an entire thing all about delusions. That if you're indefinitely insane, I am allowed to give you delusions at any time, and I don't have to tell you if they're delusions or not.
Oh, that's so cool.
But, yeah, I'm glad you guys all like the madness mechanics, because I love it as a GM, because it lets me test your abilities as a role player. And all of you have done that so well in spades, and I am so proud of seeing all of you just, like, bringing 130%.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate it.
Yep, and we will deal
Yes.
with potential those who seek treatment for insanity. We'll deal with that kind of off screen.
Cool. All right, fellas. I'm gonna head out.
Yep, me too.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody on the
Good
stream.
night. Take
And